That's what a clutch player does. That is what a superstar does. That is what a 1A option does. Let's get into it, man. The New York Knicks came into this one after a nice 8-day layoff of sweeping the Philadelphia 76ers, waiting for who was going to be the victor of the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Detroit Pistons. We got the Cleveland Cavaliers, and coming into tonight, where the Knicks have home court advantage, where they're at Madison Square Garden, things started off a little interesting as Cleveland got out to a quick, hot start. But then New York said, you know what? Even though that our shots are not falling, we're shooting like ish from downtown. We're gonna dial up the defensive intensity. And because of that, the Knicks were able to get a lead in the second quarter. But James Harden, Donovan Mitchell, Evan Mobley, and crew decided to put up some shots in that second quarter and roll that over into the third, leading into the fourth, where the Cavs amounted to a 22-point lead. And when you think the Knicks offense was just out of sorts, the defense was just not connected, Mitch was just taking over the third quarter, were the Knicks going to come through with an answer? Hey, this is what you do. At break glass in case of emergency, we go ISO ball with Jalen Brunson. That's what we do, baby. And Brunson carrying this thing all the way through the fourth quarter with the help of Mikal Bridges to bring this thing back into the balance with 101 going into OT. Saying, guess what, Donovan? You may be home. This is my home right here. Remember that. And what did the New York Knicks do in overtime, man? With the help of Mikal Bridges, OG, the rebounding of Karl Anthony Towns, and the clutch performance of Jalen Brunson. They took this thing home, man. Won 115-104. Cleveland gave it their best shot tonight, and it wasn't enough for a team that was shooting 11% from downtown, man. It was just ugly shots. So New York comes out on top in this one, 115-104. Knicks go 1-0 in the series. Let's go, man. Cleveland ain't ready for this. Donovan Mitchell ain't ready for this. James Harden is still a playoff choker. We're ready, man. We're ready to take care of this team and pack them up. Let's go. Make sure to hit that thumbs up button for your boys. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. With me on the other side is play-by-play extraordinaire CK2K. We're here, people. We're here to break this thing down. Make sure to call into the Discord. I want to hear your takes tonight. I want to hear how you feeling tonight because, look, after this type of performance, when you're down 22 plus and you come all the way back to win, how can you not be excited? How can you not be jumping out the window? You got to be jumping out the window from what we saw tonight. Let's go. Let's go, man. Let's go. This team. CK, I'm trying to hold. I don't want to hold back my excitement, but right next door is my son's bedroom. He's trying to sleep. You know, and you know how it is being a parent, man. You can't wake them up at like 11:30 p.m. because then it's just going to be all hell going into the next day. But my God, man, what we watched tonight is just magical, absolutely magical. Because as I said, man, this team was shooting like dookie, absolute straight trash for most of the game, and then you get just a hell of a fourth quarter performance, especially with Jalen Brunson getting you 38 points in total, man. But my God, that was just a masterpiece. And what I love most is they said, you know what? This is what we're going to do, man. This is what we're going to do. We're going to put James Harden in the action. Let's see if this man can defend. Nope. Not this time. Nope. Man, they were just abusing the living daylights out of James Harden, which you want to see when you're going against this Cleveland Cavaliers team.
Right. Alex, I'm gonna say if you're coming through here from the play-by-play, I'm gonna say I think I've become bougie, bro. You know, we on an 8-game winning streak. I think I became bougie because while we were celebrating and being excited about this comeback, I was pissed off. Here's why I was pissed off, Alex. Why did we need to be in a place down 23 in the fourth quarter in our home? We got gifted by the basketball gods the home court advantage at the 3rd seed in the Eastern Conference Finals, and we decided to let the rust take over and let the 9 days off of great times be for naught as we go into this game down by 22, 23, whatever it was. And you know, I know he's your boy. Shout out to Jordan Clarkson's been great for us. But Jordan Clarkson was out there, but there was somebody that needed to be out there a lot longer. 3 minutes of Landry Shamet in the first quarter. Didn't see him again. But fourth quarter, 44's number was called. Now, I'll tell you this. Donovan Mitchell had himself a night, was absolutely insane. But then 44 was called upon. 44 came in that game. Donovan Mitchell went 0 for 5 when that man 44 checked into the game. So this is why I'm pissed, Alex. Where was he the entire game? This is why, Alex. This is why I said all the other stuff was great. But the minute he checked in, Donovan Mitchell couldn't even sniff the basketball. Where Jalen Brunson and Mikal Bridges could go in and go crazy and do what they do. Jalen Brunson put on a classic. Alex, how many times we watch all these other teams? We see like the LeBron James moments, the Kobe Bryant moments, the this person moments, Kevin Durant. Jalen Brunson, with an exclamation point, let all the casuals out there know. My phone's still blowing up from my homies talking about, yo, Jalen Brunson kind of good. Shut up. I almost blocked him on the spot. But here's why I was still pissed off, Alex. I'm bougie. You can't just give me some of the finest aged wine for 7 games in a row and then have apocalyptic looking 3 quarters like we did. Alex, we put up barely 23 in the second quarter. We went back to back on the 23s while they were in the 30s. And I'm bougie, Alex. My broom, I wasn't here with y'all in the elimination game. Shout out to all the mamas out there. Happy Mother's Day. I was unfortunately able to make that one because I had spent time with mamas. But I wanted to be there so my broom could give all of its takes. But I think, Alex, I'm not going to wait until game 3 or game 4. I think my broom's going to be hanging with me throughout the remainder of this series. Because after a night like tonight where Jalen Brunson just snatches the souls, Jack Black style, from the Cleveland Cavaliers, I'm feeling good, man. I'm bougie, Alex. So don't play with my emotions like that ever again, Michael Brown. Mr. Dink, I need you to make sure you read and react. You see what wasn't working. Shout out to Clarkson. He's been great. I'm sure he's probably going to find his game. He made his first 3 for the first time in the playoffs. That was great. And so on and so forth. But you had Landry Shamet out there who has proved time in and time out that I can defend too. I'm not just a shooter. And he showed that again today. So I better see him in game 2. And don't tease me ever again, Mike Brown, because I am bougie. NBA Finals. I want it, Alex. I want it.
I want it too, man. And look, you have every right to be bougie and feeling bougie, man. Because, look, you can be big, bad, and bougie tonight. And I'll tell you why, bro. I'll tell you why.
Yes.
All right? I'll tell you why. Because, as you mentioned, we saw all those things through the 7 games, the 7-game winning streak getting to this moment. We saw the prolific offense. We saw the prolific defense. And then it just went out the window, especially for 2.5 quarters in that second half. So I get you, bro. I get you. But at the end of the day, adjustments were made. Things were done, and we got the win. But I do agree, Landry Shamet needs to be involved moving forward because 100%. What he did to Donovan Mitchell, Donovan Mitchell couldn't get to any of his spots, and he rushed up Donovan Mitchell. This is something that we saw throughout the entire postseason. If you get Donovan Mitchell rushing, moving faster than he can think, he is going to miss shots. He's going to make terrible passes. How about that errant pass that he had out of bounds trying to find James Harden when he went down the lane? He's going to do those things. And what Landry Shamet has shown since he got back into the rotation against Philly is that he is a vital part of what you need. And look, my guy, Josh Hart, gave you a lot of energy tonight. Wasn't his best night. That he was rightfully so that he needed to be taken out, put Shamet in, go 5 out, and let them get it done. Not Deuce, not anybody else, Landry Shamet, and he gave you the momentum. And look, when he was wide open for 3, he knocked him down, which is what you're supposed to. And he gave you the momentum that you needed. He also deserves credit in the fourth quarter, man. Damn it, Shamet. Where were you? That's what Mike Brown should be saying.
They're right. No, that's what we should be saying to Mike Brown, Alex. Don't put it on Shamet. Shamet was ready to go. We should be saying that to Mike Brown. Like, Mike, you almost tore your ACL trying to call that timeout. I need that same energy getting Shamet back in the game. Did you see that, Alex? Did you see that?
He looked winded after that. Yeah, I was like, damn, bro, would you run a 100-meter dash? Just chill, bro. Chill.
It is defense, too. That ref was not even paying
attention. He wasn't even paying attention, bro. He was like looking down, like in La La Land, like whatever was going on. How do you not hear the coach, who was right next to you, by the way, like he had in arm's reach saying, time out. But whatever it is, man, we still got the win 115-104. It is what it is, man. Shout out to Landry Shamet, man. Yo, hell of a performance by him. Let's talk about let's talk about the actual guy, man. Let's talk about the actual guy
Yeah. Sure.
who deserves player of the game, and that is none other than Jalen Brunson. My goodness. Bro, I am just, just when you think Brunson has given you everything, like you can't speak any more whimsical about this man, wax poetic, whatever you want to say. He's like, you know what? Let me show you why I'm nasty. Let me show you why I am a 1A option, Becky Hammond. All right. Let me show you why no one can guard me in this league. Let me show you why when you all want to prop up Donovan Mitchell, Tyrese Maxey, Cade Cunningham, and these guys can't do the damn thing when you're down and your offense needs something. Let me show you why I'm back in the Eastern Conference Finals. Okay. And this is what he did, CK. 7-9. In the fourth quarter, 7 of 9 in the fourth quarter. The man got you 15 points. 15 points in that fourth quarter to bring you back within it. Yes, Mikal Bridges was big. Landry Shamet was big. Those guys gave you big buckets, okay? I'm not taking anything away from them. Karl-Anthony Towns coming up big, too, in the fourth quarter as well. Got to give him his props, okay? Because he had some good rebounds, putbacks. He came up big, man. You need the offensive rebound to give you some moments. It started the momentum. I'm going to give it to him, okay? Because I know he could have been better tonight, too. But what Jalen Brunson did tonight is why this guy is who he is, man. This is why he needs to be an MVP consideration. This is why when you're saying, oh, whoa, you talk about Tatum, you talk about Jaylen Brown, all these other things, all these things that guys are, yes, it's all flashy. It is fundamental. It is technique. He gets to his spots. He understands to stay cool, calm, collected, and attack, all right? And when nobody else had it going, he said, I'm gonna take control of this thing. And that is what your superstars do. They take control of this thing, they get you back in the balance, and then make sure to close this thing out, which is what he did tonight. Cleveland gave them the best shot possible. Best shot. They were shooting crazy. Sam Merrill shooting like he was in Game 7 against Detroit. Donovan Mitchell knocking down shots and getting everywhere. I mean, even him just like doing a barrel roll to just steal the ball out of Karl-Anthony Towns' hand, drop it and get back and get a layup, man. Man was just on one. James Harden gave you some good shots tonight. Jarrett Allen was being found by James Harden. They gave you every single Cleveland gave everything they had tonight in order to get this win. Everything after going 7 games with the Detroit Pistons. Brunson said, it doesn't matter, man. I don't care what you're doing. You don't want to talk about the guy we should have gotten in the trade from Utah? Don't worry about it. I am the guy. And that's what he did tonight, man. Shout out to Jalen Brunson, man. The dude finished tonight with 38 points. Like, good. 38 points, 15 to 29, 7 to 10 from the free throw line. 3-point shot wasn't there tonight. Still got it done, though. Got you 5 boards, 6 assists. All right. 3 steals, by the way. Hell of a night for the captain, Jalen Brunson, man. Oh, captain, my captain.
Oh, captain, my captain. Yeah, the soul snatcher. You know, he just like, I don't know how they're going to have to. I'm sure they're going to try to figure something out. But like everything you just said, as far as them giving their best effort, giving their best shot. Evan Mobley, I thought he started. I mean, he ended up a little bit rough, but he started off pretty hot too. They gave you everything that they had. And Jalen Brunson, time and time again, if somebody's going to watch those highlights of Brunson just in that fourth quarter and how the amount of times he cooked James Harden, somebody's going to say, like, this is just the same play over and over again. And I'm like, no, brother. This was all in the fourth quarter against the same person because there was just no option. They tried everything they could to keep Brunson away from Harden, but they didn't try hard enough. No play on words. That was just perfect how that worked out. But no, Jalen Brunson is like I joked. We see so many other players have these big moments and these playoff moments and stuff like that. But the minute Brunson needs to get his respect, everyone goes quiet and the excuses start to rain.
They said Sam Merrill. They said Dean Wade was they said Dean Wade was going to be the guy.
They told me Dean Wade, right?
They said Dean Wade was going to be.
That's what they.
Dyson Daniels on this guy.
They told me Dean Wade and Max Strus, they're going to be a problem for Brunson. This isn't the Sixers. Dean Wade's going to be too much for Jalen Brunson. He's going to be. Like, what are we on about, man? This is one of the most recently disrespected stars in our league today just because of his damn height. Jalen Brunson was phenomenal today. Like you said, I can be as excited as I want to be about Shamet. Y'all know I'm about to go crazy. My guy Bridges. but there's no game one victory for the New York Knicks without Brunson having the performance that he had, mainly in that fourth quarter. Calm, cool, collected, got to his spots, not worried. Alex, I don't know if you saw the video about him hyping, like getting the team together, hyping them up right in the center of the huddle. Everybody, heads down. Again, remember, we were down by 22, 23. You know what I mean? Brunson was not worried about it. The team was not worried about it. And they went on go mode and got this thing to overtime. And once we got to overtime, bro, I knew it was a wrap. That was it. We were in control down that stretch. There was no way it was turning around, and Brunson wasn't going to let it. Can't say enough. Been defending him all year. If you still don't believe, this is your last chance, because we're gonna leave you at the door, because Jalen Brunson is for real, and this is the reason why we on this show, why people in the chat talk about Jalen Brunson being that guy. Because we are now a few wins away from, doing something that hasn't been done in a long time. And also that has been shied away from a lot of superstars that you probably would claim ahead of Jalen Brunson at those times. Jalen Brunson took that challenge, and he's doing the damn job. So shout out to Jalen Brunson. Game one victory. This is a complete 180 from where we were at this time last year in the Eastern Conference game one. You know what I mean? And I love it. I'm glad we were on this side of things, because Lord have mercy, I do not feel bad for Cleveland. Y'all be all right.
Bro, they only have, it's hilarious for Cleveland, before we get to who the role player of the game is. You'll get OT. Knicks had 14. Cavs only had 3. But hey, they love to say that Donovan Mitchell is like, head and shoulders over Jalen Brunson. Like, give me a break, people. Give me a break. What are we watching? That for whoever Donovan's agent is, man, you deserve a raise. But let's get to the role player of the game, because your boy, all right, your boy decided to come through tonight. He decided to roll back up and be like, you know what, I'm gonna start off hot. A little dicey, man. I mean, he tried to go against Evan Mobley with the reverse. He met him at the rim, but he said, you know what, I ain't gonna worry about that, because you know what I'm gonna do. Once we're gonna switch Hart off of Donovan Mitchell, which had never been a thing, by the way. I'm a help with Shaman and slow that thing down. All right, we're not gonna allow that. I'm gonna slow James Harden down. Okay. By the way, let me show you why when OG was out, we were okay. That is none other than Mikal Bridges, who's the role player of the game tonight. Defense was on point. Offense was on point. And look, when Jalen Brunson gets going, you can't just go 100% Jalen Brunson. You need some diversity in the offense. And Mikal Bridges came through in a big way, man. Came through in a big way tonight. 18 points, 7-11 from the field, 2 of 4 from downtown, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 5 boards, got you 2 steals as well. My man was just balling out there tonight. Your guy was just on one, man. And look, he came through in clutch moments. It wasn't like a consistent, every single quarter, but that's sometimes what you need from a role player like him, man, is just to be there when it matters most. And look, especially from 3, when this team was struggling, and I mean struggling. You could not buy a 3. There was a lid from downtown on the rim. Nobody could shoot a 3. But the fact that he was able to get clutch 3s in that fourth quarter, just to bring this thing back, man, to help bring this thing back after Brunson's dicing up the interior defense of the Cleveland Cavaliers and finding him out in the perimeter. Big moments, man. Big moments from Mikal Bridges. I thought he held up his own defensively as well, especially getting those steals. How about in overtime, not paying attention, gets the steal and calls it, and essentially is like game winner right there. You ain't coming back in this one. That is the high alert IQ that you need to just keep Cleveland off balance. And now in their own heads, man. After losing like this, you don't think they're in their own heads like that?
That's what I'm saying.
Having a play like that where you're just like, you think you get to bring the ball up just casually and get into your set, and then he's out of nowhere, just causes a turnover. You don't think that's in your head? You don't think it's breaking the spirit? Yeah. Shout out to Mikal Bridges, man. I'll let you wax poetic about your guy, though.
Yeah. No, I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna start with this. CP, I need my t-shirt. But I'm also going to say, we talked about Mikal Bridges in this, especially mainly in this 8 game win streak. It just big moment after big moment after big moment. And, we know the history of James Harden in the playoffs. We know James Harden likes to forget that there's basketball past the 82. We know that that's the history, but I got to give him some credit. When they were having some rough games in 5, 6, and 7, James Harden showed up. So I was looking, and I'm like, maybe this is the year James Harden might try to turn things around. Bridges said, nah, because this man, James Harden, went for 31% from the field today. Again, it was a bit of a committee at that wing. It was him. Deuce also did a pretty solid job between him and Mitchell in the few minutes he played. Then down the stretch, there was a lot of switching going on where OG was a part of it, where Shamet was a part of it, but they did a great job as a committee to calming him down. But, Mikal Bridges, it's just, this is what we've been trying to say. I say we because I'm talking about me and Chuck. Chuck D, shout out to the legend, PE's in the chat. This is what we try to say to everybody that's been crying, complaining all year long. If Bridges, had those inconsistencies when they matter right now, big moments on your way to an NBA Finals, that's the time where I'm going to hear you and I'm going to understand it. But if we're going to be complaining about those things during the regular season and we're still, able to get wins and I'm not tripping about that. When it matters, where's Bridges going to be at? And I don't know a better measuring stick than this 8-game win streak that you're seeing right now. I was told, Alex, all season long, oh, you're just cheering over him over 2 games against the Celtics. All right, what's the excuse now? All right, this is why Mikal Bridges was brought to this team, because as Alex just said, as I've said all year, he brings so many different aspects to this squad as a 4th option. You need him to be that 2 in certain moments. You're going to see him be that 2 in those moments. That 4th quarter, 2 big shots, to Alex's point, could not find a 3. This man hit one step back fadeaway with the buzzer at 1 on the shot clock, drills it. Corner 3 ball. We need this shot because we're right there. We're on the cusp of taking this lead and going to overtime. Who we go to? Mikal Bridges drills it. 2 for 4 from the 3-point line. And then on top of that, the defense stayed on point. Also, you complain about him going to the rim. He did a great job getting to the line, or not to the line, getting to the rack several times in this game. I said it after that 2nd quarter. Would for him to be a little bit more aggressive. Did that in the 3rd quarter, 4th quarter. This is why you make a move like you did for Mikal Bridges, because of just the overall role that he provides for this team. When somebody like OG tonight, first game back after missing 2 games, wasn't quite at OG level, Mikal Bridges said, I got you, bro. Let's keep it going. You still want an OG out there because he still was great, playing great effort defensively. And also OG was doing a good job rebounding down the stretch. But Mikal Bridges then able to help with that load and be able to score the basketball in the 4th quarter. I can't say enough about the value, and when it matters in these big playoff moments, Mikal Bridges has been very, very huge for us. So I can go on and on and on. 25 did great, and I just need the damn T-shirt. Family show them picks. That's all I'm asking for, and just put my face on it. That's all I'm asking for. Shout out to Mikal Bridges, role player of the game, MVP of my heart. Let's go, Knicks.
Family, those picks. There you go. CK's guy coming through, man, in a big way tonight. Let us know, man. Let us know if you got a different person who could be a role player of the game. I'll give this guy an honorable mention. I know he struggled from the field tonight and just struggled getting back into rhythm. But if there was going to be somebody I would give an honorary mention to outside of Landry Shamet, who was huge, I'd probably go OG as well in this one. Just because I thought his moments in overtime, in the 4th quarter, especially OT, he was clutch, man. I mean, his physicality, getting to the rim, being patient, finishing the layups, and then getting to the line, knocking down 7 of the 8 free throws to put this game away. Huge moment for OG. I thought for him to get back into rhythm, that OT was very critical. I expect him to have a better performance in game 2 now that he's gotten to, dust the cobwebs off, man, after just taking some time to heal. And I like that they weren't forcing the issue with him tonight. Let him ease back in slowly, believing in this team that they had enough to go out there and beat Cleveland. But
Agreed.
hey, man, salute to Knicks Nation. Thank you all for tuning for another KFTV post-game live. Knicks are up in the Eastern Conference Final Series 1-0 against the Cleveland Cavaliers, winning 115-104. Hit that thumbs up button for your boys. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Share this channel. Share this video right now. That way people can just tune in, man. If you know a Knicks fan, share this with all the Knicks fans out there so that way they can join in on the fun after just whooping the Cavaliers in OT and taking this thing to them, man, and just taking that 1-0 pick. So let's go. And yo, speaking about being consistent and being there where it matters most, shout out to our sponsor, Shopify. People, look, starting a business and you just need to know what direction to go when you're opening up an e-commerce shop. That's where Shopify comes through. Look, we all had those moments where you're thinking about trying something new and your brain just starts firing off all those questions like, what if it doesn't work? What if nobody buys it? What if I'm just wasting my time? We've all been there here at KFTV, especially. We've been there. And the reality is, starting anything, whether it's a podcast, a brand, a business, it can feel overwhelming very quickly. That's why having the right tools matter. And that's where Shopify comes in. Shopify powers millions of businesses worldwide and 10% of all e-commerce in the US. They make it ridiculously easy to get started with customizable templates so your store actually looks legit from day one. And what I like most about it is the efficiency. Shopify's built-in AI tools can help you write product descriptions, clean up your site, even improve product images. So you're not stuck doing everything manually and just, working through the weeds, man. No one wants to be caught up with that. You got better things to do with your time when you're starting a business. So there's that. And then look, they help you market your business as well, just with email campaigns, social media, all in one place to make it that simple. And it actually reaches customers instead of just hoping you find somebody out there. So look, Shopify is there for you. They're there to help you out. And another thing that they got is their 24/7 call center, their support system. So if you got a question, if you're feeling stuck, they're there for you. So those what if moments, they don't go away, but Shopify makes it a whole lot easier to push through them. So sign up for your $1 per month trial today at Shopify.com. Just go to Shopify.com/KFTV. Once again, that's Shopify.com/KFTV. Shout out to Shopify. We see you all on the phones right now. Let's get through some super chats first before we get to some of the people on the lines because we do want to hear your takes. So let's shout out to Lloyd Barker Rock for becoming a franchise channel member. Salute to you. Shout out to Santana D Block for the $2 super chat and for being a franchise channel member. It says Knicks in 4 MA007. Shout out to you for the $2 super chat. Chai Bees from LI. Shout out to you for the $2 super chat for being a franchise channel member. Says family showed him picks. Wow. Hey, shout out to MSG011 with the $20 super chat. Shout out to you for being third in the leaderboard right now, for being active in the live chat. Says, fellas, I cannot stress this enough. This team amazes me time and time again. We just took the soul of the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Knicks always find a way to fight back and win. It's truly incredible. I love Landry Shamet. Let's go, Knicks. Shout out to MA007 again with the $5 super chat. Said, started rusty, then remembered game one last year, shook off the rust and got busy, imposed our will and dominated in money time. Great comeback. #gritty. Shout out to Apostle in the Making for being a franchise channel for 39 months. Says, last year on my B-Day game one with my KnicksFanTV gear, crushed with the choke job. Now game one this year with a great comeback. Win game two on my B-Day, please. Happy birthday to you, Apostle in the Making, my man. Happy birthday to you. Shout out to Timothy Dantzler with the $20 super chat for being number 2 in the live chat leaderboard. Says, no more Brunson slander. He is Captain Clutch. Yeah, man. Look, the people are going to keep doubting this man like there's no tomorrow, and they're going to work. They're going to worry, man. They're going to family show around and find out. That's what they're going to do, man. Family show around and find out. And let me tell you something. The bus is already gone. The bandwagon's full, okay? You cannot join. We don't want to hear the flowers afterwards. Like, oh, I knew this all the time. Who would expected that he could come to this distance and do with this? Well, if you've been watching the Knicks since he's joined them, you kind of got an idea for who he is. But we ain't taking any new memberships. It's capped. We're done. See you all later. Shout out to Corso117 for the $2 super chat and for being a franchise channel member. Says, I still cannot comprehend what we just witnessed. Yeah, man. What Brunson just did, that was just surgical. maestro, all the above, man. Absolutely phenomenal the way he just helped get this thing back in there, man. Shout out to the Knicks in general, man, because defense was on point too. They just slowed the Cavs down in that fourth quarter. I mean, Knicks put up 32 points. 32 points, held the Cavs to 18. Big time defense in order to get back into this one. Shout out to Jerome Weiss for the $5 super chat and for being a franchise channel member. Said, salute to all the KFTV family fans. Damn, CP said, today may be one of those. If it wasn't pretty, but it was gritty. This team gave me a damn heart attack. Yeah, man, this team. I think we were all at that point in the third quarter like, really, man? You all had this much time off? And
pissed.
I would have been. I would have actually woken my son up if this thing went the other direction. Shout out to Big Fig for the $5 super chat. Said, happy to see the captain still has his cape when needed. Shouts to Mike Brown for staying with Sham God down the stretch. Nixon 5. Shout out to Dan Philcox with the $5 super chat. Says, Alex, my son was sleeping upstairs. I'm downstairs, whisper screaming like a lunatic. I feel you.
It's the worst. It's the worst, man.
It's
like
the
you just
worst, man.
that's God.
Yeah, that's like, exactly what I'm doing. Like,
it's the worst. Yeah.
Still, that's too loud. The missus is like, what are you doing? Calm down there.
Right,
Shout out to so let's go, Knicks. Brunson, burner, dub for the ages. Let's family show. Go, boys. Yeah, man. Orange and blue came through big. Shout out to Slim Shady. Is this the real Slim Shady? Please stand up. Shout out to you for the $2 super chat. We got Jerome Weiss with the $5 super chat. Says, everyone's better than Brunson until they have to play against Brunson. Brun the Sun Burns Sham, a.k.a. Mr. Chin, OG, the Demon, Mikal, Manhattan Bridges. All right, man. All with the AKs in there. Shout out to, is that the yen? Is that the yen? I think that is. Yep, that is the yen. Shout out to Bunzai Knicks. Shout out to Bunzai Knicks with the 200 yen. Says, konnichiwa from Japan. Knicks fam. Bunzai. All right, man. Shout out to all you for the super chats. We'll get right back to it. Let's get to some of these callers, man. We got a lot of people on the line. I know everybody wants to say something, man. Everybody wants to give their takes for tonight. So let's load up the Discord and let's get people in here so we can hear what they got to say. Let's start it off with the Knicksfix, though. You know Knicksfix is feeling hyped. What's going on, Knicksfix?
Alex, CK, what up, fellas?
You.
What up, man? How you doing?
I'm not gonna lie, man. I was crashing out. I was on full-on crash out mode. Yo, I'm in every single group chat saying why I gotta be a fan of this franchise. They disappoint me year after year. I'm so stressed out. Got my blood pressure high. And then Shaman makes 1-3. I'm like, all right, wow, we cut the lead down to 17. But then when you see JB just kiss off the glass from the left, midi from the right, man, you're like, uh-oh, right? Mm-hmm. When he hit that tween like back step, like that three from over, I'm like, yo, that was it. That's when I was like, oh, something special happened tonight. Yeah, I mean, it's clear what happened there. Like, they were rusty. They were clearly rusty. OG, like, you could tell, like, he didn't have his legs. He didn't have his legs until that fourth quarter. He finally came back. Like, you know, he airmailed that one in the OT, but you could tell his legs were slowly coming back. Mm-hmm. Shamit's shot, bro, that touched every part of the rim. I'm like, oh, this is a special run. This is a special run. Like, and yo, give Mike Brown credit, because we were talking about it, me and my boy. I was like, you know, by putting him in there, what you essentially do is you space the floor, right? So instead of having whoever's guarding Hart, you know, they're lacking off a Hart and just going straight to the paint. Essentially, what's happening here is you put Shamit in. Now the paint is wide open, and that's it. They were just hunting Harden nonstop. Imagine being a fan of the Cavs and watching that. like
could it be me?
Yeah. Like, for us, we're like, all right, yo, like, the Cat gets burned, JB gets burned. Well, look, going forward, I feel like this was the game. Like, this is the game that you know, when we lost game 1 last year, I had a feeling. I was like, they took our heart. Like, we were done.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But that's it. You know, you got to remember, this team been playing every other day for like 2 months. Like, they look gassed. They look gassed. I mean, I've never crashed out on the Knicks that hard. I was just like, yo, OG, you always got to get injured in the playoffs, making 40 mil. Come on. Like, every single thing you could think of, I was going off.
That's fair.
Yeah, but the last thing I'm gonna leave you fellas with is this: they saw basically the Knicks saw what Wemby did last night, and then JB was like, "Hold my beer, son, hold it."
Exactly.
Yeah, Knicks in four, Knicks in four. Stay up, fellas.
Ooh, Knicksfix going with Knicks in 4. Shout out to the Knicksfix, man, for always calling in. Rate that call in the chat. 1 being trash, 5 being facts. Look, soul snatching is exactly what they did to Cleveland, man. And look, I like that reference the Knicksfix had where last year where, Knicks were up. You see the Aaron Naismith just, going ballistic, right, in that fourth quarter, making shot after shot from downtown. And then Halliburton has a shot that hits the back iron, hits a meteor, and then comes right back down. And then that just crushed the soul of the Knicks. This for Cleveland, I don't know how this doesn't crush their soul. Yeah, maybe they're going to try to come back out. Maybe when they're home, they're going to try a little bit harder. Look, Donovan Mitchell put up 29 points tonight. He was rolling. James Harden, not great, but this is essentially what you get from him, man. He's just going to be a playmaker. He'll give you some shots here or there. But this, to me, was their best chance. You, in game 1, were up 22 points in the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter with 7 minutes to go. And the Knicks just flipped the script on you. And they said, we're not done here. You can't just come on our turf, come into our crib, kick your feet up, and just go into the fridge without saying hello. Yo, this I really don't see how Cleveland could bounce back from this. This was truly their best shot. I think the Knicks just broke it. Yeah, Kenny Atkinson is going to come back, make his adjustments, try to figure things out.
Sure.
But here's the thing that you cannot count on moving forward. The Knicks shot, what was it, like 11%, maybe 17, somewhere around there, for most of the game, for like 3 quarters.
From 3.
That's not going to happen again. That's not going to happen again. This team is too good offensively to allow that to happen. And the fact that they were still able to get inside and attack the way that they were, it's just going to come around, man. The numbers are going to come back into the Knicks' favor. They started getting going late, as we saw with Shamet, who went 3 for 3 from downtown. Mikal 2 of 4. Brunson finally hits a 3 in the fourth quarter. It's going to turn around, man. These guys need to, shake off the dust, get back into it. And I see the Knicks doing the same thing in game 2. And look, they already sent the extender. I don't know why they sent the extender in game 1 for this one. But if they can overcome a Scott Foster refereed game like this, then, and I don't even think the refs were that bad, but hey.
Yeah, they were fine tonight. Yeah,
they were fine. I'm just saying, man, you threw Scott Foster off there trying to make this game interesting. I'm very confident what the Knicks can do moving forward, man. Let's keep it rolling, though. King Mott on the line. King Mott, how are you feeling?
What's good, fellas? What a win. What a win tonight. I want to break the whole... What a win. What a win. I was going crazy. I'm watching the game with my girlfriend and my mother, and I'm not going to lie, with 7 minutes left in that game, I had like the sad dog face on. I'm like, what am I watching? This is crazy. And then that shit, then it just turned with a drop of a pin. But let me go through the whole game, because I want to hear some analysis on some of the things that I saw early on that I wasn't really too happy with. And then we'll get to all the positive things at the end. So I don't understand Mike Brown, the defensive scheme that the Knicks were playing in the beginning, like the trapping at the top, leaving their, where they were blitzing Mitchell, they were blitzing also Harden, and they were throwing good passes to their wide open shooters, and we were getting killed all night. I didn't understand that defensive scheme to start. So hopefully they learned a good lesson from that, and they don't do that in game 2, because I don't know how you can't leave shooters with wide open shots consistently and not thinking they're going to hit some of those shots. That's why they exploded on us in that third quarter and got out to such a big lead. So that's one. Second thing is, and you guys are talking about a little bit, like Shamet, really good on-ball defender, solid going around screens. I was shocked that he had Jose Alvarado. We love Deuce, but sometimes Deuce is on and sometimes Deuce doesn't give you anything. He didn't do anything tonight. He had Landry Shamet he had Clarkson out there who hit a big 3 in the first half, but he really didn't do much either. And then as soon as Shamet came in, things turned. That aggressive defense, he completely took Mitchell out. So I was just a little flabbergasted why he wasn't in the game a lot sooner. Second, in the second quarter, how are you going to keep Mitch on the floor for like 4 or 5 minutes straight. They're fouling him every play. I didn't understand that too, like why he didn't put Towns in or somebody else in there, get Mitch out, because they did, you know, when that happens, they kill the whole flow of the offense. And I didn't understand why he didn't call a timeout and take Mitch out, because he's majority of the time he's gonna miss a lot of those shots. Towns, let's get to Towns a little bit. Couple of really bonehead plays at the end of the game. Like one,
talk about it.
Why is he one? So when after Mobley hit that three, and because that's when all the momentum, we're getting all the momentum. That was a big shot by Mobley. I ain't even gonna lie to you, fellas. I thought that sealed the deal right there. And then I think we scored again. And then Towns comes down and he's literally holding the dude. What's the dude with the fro? What's his name again?
Jared Allen.
Jared Allen.
He's literally holding Jared Allen's hand. I'm like, damn, man, we about to really lose this game. Could Cat another bonehead play? I want to hear your take on the Hart play. To me, that was a terrible overturn call. Like, I understand Cat, again, another bonehead play, holding Allen's arm, but how are you that he literally slapped the crap out of Hart? I thought that could have been almost a flagrant too. Like, that was a really intense, like a really intense slap across Hart's face. I was like, I thought he could have got thrown out for that. All right, let's get to the positive stuff. I'm taking a lot. I'm jumping about. Let's get to the positive stuff. Brunson, man. I don't want to hear anything about Brunson. Like, everybody's better than Brunson until it's time to go against Brunson. That was electrifying what we saw in that fourth quarter. I mean, a 44-11 run to end that game is insane. And to the last guy's point, he made a great point. Like, last year they took our soul with that game, with the Pacers winning that game 1, and I feel like we took their soul tonight too. Like, I can't see the Cavs coming back after being up by 22 with 7 minutes left in the game to really, and we played one of our worst games in the first 3.5 quarters. Right. I mean, we couldn't hit a shot, Hart wide open, and Hart was making me a little mad too, because he's wide open, not taking a shot, not being aggressive, making some bad plays, but then he's like, hustling, he's gritty. So you can't, it's like up and down with Hart. Like, sometimes you get mad at him, but then you love him for his hustle and the intense rebounding and stuff like that. But let me shout out Brunson. Shamit was amazing. CK, I'm never saying another bad thing about Bridges. He's got all the momentum back on me. Like, Bridges did his thing. That fadeaway three, that three in the corner, those were a huge shot. And then some of his defense at the end where he was running up the court and what's the white boy with the long hair? He didn't see him coming and he tapped the ball right behind his arm, and we got another play right there. Once we went into overtime, I knew the game was over. I knew we took their soul. They had nothing. They were not going to beat us in that overtime. Let's go, Knicks. Game 2 Thursday. Super pumped. Probably going to lose my voice in the morning, but that was an amazing finish to the game. Nothing I have never seen. And let's be honest, these playoffs have been amazing. Game 1, the Western Conference game last night was phenomenal. This Knicks game was phenomenal tonight. And let's go Knicks, fellas. And that's all I got to say. I'm going to wait and hear what you guys got to say to some of the points, but it's a great victory tonight.
Shout out to King Mott. Appreciate you for tapping in, my man. Yo, King Mod came through with a lot of points. Rate that call in the chat, man. 1 being trash, 5 being facts. Let us know what you thought about King Mod's call. And look, if we're going to talk about because this was not a pretty game through and through. Mike Brown definitely had, and look, talk about it backstage, CK. I know you're feeling some sort of way about this game, especially through the play-by-play. You made it loud and clear. I'll say with, where do we want to start with? I guess, like, holding Landry Shamet off. I mean, we could start there just because I feel like Mike Brown in this one, he's trying to give his guys opportunity to get back into rhythm. You want to lean on the starting 5 that has gotten you here, that in all his fairness has also carried that weight through the first 2 rounds of the postseason, right? You want to just be like, all right, this is who I'm going to rely on and see if we can continue that momentum and get to where we need to go. Fortunately, wasn't happening tonight. Josh, as King Mott noted, up and down with his play, gave you the hustle, missing some threes, and then you see that they have Jared Allen on him just roaming the paint. So if you're not going to make them punish, then we're playing right into their hand, which is why, I liked rightfully so. You had to bench him tonight, space that floor out, and then you see once you did that, Jalen Brunson was able to get downhill. Karl-Anthony Towns was able to get to his spots because even Deuce, man, Deuce wasn't doing much from downtown either. Like even when he was crossing, right, baseline, and then you had, I think it was Donovan Mitchell and somebody else. Like they were able to steal from Cat when he was trying to post up James Harden. Like you got to keep the spacing, man. So shout out to Mike Brown for making that adjustment. Now to Towns, and you let me know what you think. Like, just not like it wasn't his best game. Like I said, he gave you moments in this one. The fouling was just crazy though. Like we don't need to be holding hands.
Yeah,
and
none of them made sense. None of them made sense, man. Like it's hard to even defend some of the fouls, like because like there's some where it's like, yeah, it's in the heat of the moment. They're grabbing for box on stuff, but none of them made sense. None of them made sense.
Nah, and it's like he's done such a great job limiting like the fouls, and tonight he had 4, man. Like I get that there's got to be some frustration where we're trying to utilize him as the hub. He didn't really have that going from the top today.
Yeah.
So he had to figure out other ways to be impactful and look, rebounding, playing defense. I thought he did a good job there. But yeah, man, the stupid fouls, man. Like you don't need to do that. Like you're strong enough, you're better enough that you're better than the 2 guys. You're better than Mobley and Jared Allen. You don't need to be doing that.
Yeah.
And you've shown this postseason run, you don't need to be, grabbing, holding, trying to like do some trickery. Like the scouting report is there. Once again, I always say it. The scouting report is there on you that they know that you're going to do those stupid ticky-tack fouls.
Yep.
You can't do that, man. Can't do that. What did you think about the blitzing, though, at the beginning, though? What did you think about the blitzing with Mike Brown, like, showing 2 on either Donovan or Harden?
Yeah, I just feel like it was mad aggressive for game 1. I don't think they did anything. They didn't show. This is why I said 1,000 times, like, read and react, because I don't think they showed anything for us to have to play that aggressively on them. I was with Mott. I said it. Us and the chat were all saying, like, what's the point of doing that right now? Because you're only helping them get momentum by doing that and helping get guys like Merrill open, and so they're finding their shot early, and they had a groove in the moment. It just, to me, I feel like it was unnecessary. I mean, we didn't even play our hand in sticking to the one-on-one defense when it comes to Donovan Mitchell or it comes to James Harden, because I feel like we were doing just fine. You could say Donovan Mitchell was cooking. That's fair. But like we were doing it to James Harden too, and I don't think he did anything to warrant us to be playing so hard and doubling him so high up. So I didn't get it. I didn't get it. This was my complaint with Mike Brown for this game. This is why I was going against the stream by saying, like, he kind of irritated me in this one, because it felt like he was trying to do too much in this game instead of we got 3 free games to watch how this team played, because I don't think they came in here and did anything different. It was the same lineup. They didn't change anything as far as the offense was going. We knew what they were going to do with the offense. And I feel like we tried to, do too damn much with the lineups we were throwing out there and reacting to what they were doing. I didn't like that from Mike Brown, A. B, you talked about, and Mott was asking about with the whole Shamet thing. Like, I understand what you're saying by letting guys cook, but I've always said that when it comes to when we're fully healthy, I feel like Shamet and Clarkson should be interchangeable depending on the matchup. And this was one of those games where it was obvious. Yes, he made a 3. It was great. But we talk about how great Clarkson has been at scoring around the rim. In this game, he wasn't even looking to try and get there outside of probably 1 or 2 other floats that both missed. So it felt like this was a time like, all right, this might be a Shamet night. Let's give Shamet the rock. In the 3 minutes he played, I feel like he was pretty productive in those 3 minutes, and we didn't see him again until the 4th quarter. That was in the 1st quarter when we saw him. So it was just one of those things where it just felt like for about 2.5 quarters, Mike Brown was just trying to overthink with the double teaming, with the rotations. We saw the double big when we didn't need the double big at that moment. The moments we needed the double big, we weren't getting the double big. We got smaller with Towns as the center. So it's just a lot of things where it was a bit of overthinking by Mike Brown, which I was raging about in the chat. I was sounding like him out. The way he's complaining about OG's contract, I was complaining about Mike Brown. I'm like, oh, so we're going back to this again. So you want to be fired? Jason Kidd just got available, so we were going crazy. But it just felt like we were just trying too hard to try and to try and make a statement when we just had to just continue to play that we were playing in the last 7 games. So, and as far as the Karl-Anthony Towns fouls, or just his play in general, it just was boneheaded. He reminded me tonight. He went back to that version of he reminded me of my son when he doesn't take his nap. So it's just because things aren't going well for you, you're just starting to act the fool. Chill out. There was times you had James Harden guarding you so many times, and instead of going after him, you're there trying to, force the issue. Be you. Go out there and be Karl-Anthony Towns instead of grabbing and, trying to, sell fouls to the referees and stuff. I love when you play and then let the foul come with it. But when you're going out there foul hunting, he just gets in that little headspace where nothing is going his way. So he just starts to overreact and doing. And I hate when he gets to that version of Karl-Anthony Towns, because that's the Karl-Anthony Towns that, got me calling him Carl, and he didn't get Anthony nor Towns or Bodega or any of those cool nicknames he gets. His name was Carl because he was, I'm stern-faced upset with him. But there was too many moments down the stretch where we were making comebacks from doing great stuff. And you're right, because if he didn't have those fouls, I'm with you. I'm okay. I'd be willing to look away from the percentage, because he did do a great job down the stretch, getting rebounds or tipping the ball towards an OG or towards a Mikal Bridges. Those were great. It's just the fouling and the boneheadedness. Mott brought up the Josh Hart play. Yes, I agree, it sucked, but it was the right call. Karl-Anthony Towns, there was no reason for him to be holding hands with Jared Allen in that play. So now Josh Hart just got smacked in the face for free and went down on it. There was nothing that was the right call, calling the foul. Even when he overturned the call, Scott Foster even laughed. He's like, with that, because he knew that was a blatant foul. It was a blatant flagrant, but he has to wave it off because of the foolishness by Towns. So he laughed when he reviewed it and overturned it. That's how bad it was. So yes, I agree that it should have been a foul. That's Carl's fault. Those are the kind of boneheaded plays that just frustrated me with him today. But yes, he was crucial rebounding down the stretch. But man, everything that could have gone wrong with poor Carl today, it did. And hopefully he can line that up. And you pointed it out, Alex, against Philly. The fouling thing, I was the one I was saying, I'm not worried about it. I think the referees were calling them terribly, blah, 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 blah. But it's been 3 games in a row now that he's been back to his foolish ways with the fouls. So, it's one of those things that, we just need him to clean that up and just, keep your head in the game, big guy. Keep your head in the game. We need you.
Absolutely. We need you. You got to keep your head in the game, as you said, CK. And look, he can easily turn it around. He's that talented. He can do it. We've seen him that he's capable of doing it. He did it for a bulk of the regular season, so we know that he has it in him to do it. He's just got to be focused. And then look, there's a lot for this team to clean up, man. This is not a perfect game
for sure
stretch. Everybody's got things to work on, even for Brunson and Bridges. I mean, look, when they set the pick and you have both guys going in the same direction, where these guys are juking the living daylights out of you, it's you both can't be going the same direction, man, given wide open lanes for Donovan and for Harden, just to waltz it down the middle of the lane, get easy floaters. That is unacceptable. So I don't think they need to continue to blitz like that. Don't need to, man. These guys are too crafty. And then if you're going to do that, and if you are going to do that, here's the thing: you can't. There has to be the philosophy of let the center be the guy to guard the middle of the paint, and stay with the guys on the perimeter, because we don't need Merrill, we don't need Wade, we don't need Strus wide open for threes, because these guys, that's practice shots for them, and that's what really started to separate the Cavs and the Knicks early in this game. So they just got to clean that up, man. I feel like in this one, you can't blitz just because there's 2 of them. It's gonna be wasting time. So let's see what they do, man. We had that CP and I had that conversation 2 days ago. So hey, no need to do it, man. But there's other ways. Maybe go even a zone. Let's see if they can break the zone. They are a decent 3-point shooting team, but you can try that too. But let's see, man. There's a lot.
Do you think we need to?
No, I don't think you need to go that right now. No,
okay.
I think they could go. I mean, I'm saying if it gets that bad, you can pull that instead of trying to blitz, because they'll just do the same thing that we did tonight. These guys aren't, unless they can read it properly and just, if you got someone on the left, stay on the right. You both don't need to go to the left. Okay, you don't need to do that. So look, there's a lot to work on, man. I believe they'll figure it out. They were able to figure it out in the 4th quarter and get the job done and walk away with the victory, right? Amen. All right, let's take another call, and then we're going to get to key stats of the night. Let's get to Grabba, man. Grabba, How you feeling?
Yeah, I'm in the spot.
You in the spot, man. The stand is yours. The podium is yours. How are you feeling? What's going on?
CK, Alex, what's goody, man? Yo, I'm turned right now, man. That game was insane, dude.
It was absolutely
God, dude, that game. I ain't gonna lie. When the fourth quarter started, the only thing I was telling myself was Christmas. 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 That's all I was telling myself. If y'all remember, we walked them down just like how we did tonight on Christmas, bro. That's all I was telling myself, dude. I ordered my Domino's, came like midway through the third quarter. I'm like, yo, I can't even eat right now. I'm sick to my stomach. I can't even eat right now, bro. I'm not eating until this game is over, win or lose. Man, I was just locked in, man. I ain't gonna lie. I crashed out on my boy, man, I'm number one cat high, but I ain't gonna lie. He grabbed Jared Allen's arm, whoever arm it was down there, but the thing that I was saying about bro, yo, Lord forgive me, because I ain't gonna lie, I was on his ass, dude. Pause. I ain't gonna lie. I'm like, bro, there's no way. Like, what are you doing at this time of the game? Like, what are you doing, bro? Like, just the silliness, like. But man, that boy threw on his cape tonight. Captain Clutch came in super clutch, man. And shout out to Landry too. People ain't talking enough about Landry, man. That boy Landry hit a huge shot with like 40 seconds left, bro. Bounced all around the rim and dropped. I was running throughout my whole crib. My daughter just looking at me running around like, what the hell's wrong with this dude? Man, that game was insane, man. I'm just hyped, man. I ain't gonna lie. The script is in, bro. You seen last year how we lost game one to how we won game one this year, man. The script is in, bro. I think, the guys, they talked about how that game one last year deflated them. And it's no way a game like this can't deflate the Cavs. Like, that's just crushing. 44-11 runs in basically a quarter. Like, the last 12 minutes of the game is basically a whole quarter. 44-11, bro. Game was just insane, man. Mike Brown, I'm happy you made a couple of adjustments because you was on the chopping block. I ain't gonna lie, you was on the chopping block for most of that game. You leaving Landry in there was the saving grace tonight. Cause boy, yeah, I don't know. He was on. We don't gotta blitz them. James Harden wasn't doing nothing. I don't know why you're blitzing James Harden in the first quarter of the game throughout the whole game. Like he's not that guy anymore. If he's gonna go 1-on-1 and take a stupid shot, let him take a stupid shot, bro. If he gonna hit that over you, he gonna hit that over you. But hopefully we make some adjustments. Don't come out blitzing to start off game two. And just stay solid defensively, man. I think we good. We shot 48% from the field, and we couldn't hit a shot from three all game. So we good, man. The defense, they can't hold up with us, man. I think we shook that rust off. We gonna come back. OG try to kill Harden. He's in the hyperbolic time chamber, so hopefully he come back. I don't want to take too much time, man. I'm gonna holler at y'all, man. Knicks in 5. Really, I want to say Knicks 4, but I give them one in Cleveland. Knicks in 5, man. I'm gonna holler at y'all.
Knicks in 5. Shout out to Grabba, man. I believe Knicks in 5 too, man. I think this team is just that talented and that capable of doing it. I mean, look, as everyone's been saying, man, they shot like ish and they came through and they got the win. So gotta believe in this team, man. Gotta believe in this team. And speaking about believing in this team and shooting like ish, we gotta go through the stats, CK. We gotta go through the stats. All of it ain't pretty, but we gotta go through it, man. We gotta get to key stats of the night, brought to you by Prize Picks, because hey, gotta talk about these numbers here, man. Got to talk about these numbers. So as we all know, the Knicks won 115-104. Knicks did win the rebounding battle 47-38. They would lose the assist battle 23-20. They would then lose the steal battle 11-10, just by one, though, just by one. They would even lose the block battle, man. The Cavs were just coming out here and just imposing their will for a second. Knicks would lose 6-2. Even the turnovers were just awful. 17, way too much, man. You guys were good at protecting the rock. We got to drop that down a bit. Cavs had 19. And then look, for a team that was shooting so poorly, somehow, man, they shot 48% from the field while the Cavs dropped to 40. Knicks shot 31% from downtown as the Cavs shot 32. And I know you're upset about this one. Free throws, man. We be missing our free throws today. This was just ghastly. Cavs shot essentially 70% from the free throw line. Knicks shot 66%. Not great, man. Not great. Got to improve there. But where the Knicks did win were the hustle categories. Knicks won the fast break points battle 13-12. They won the second chance opportunity battle 17-14. And then they did win the points in the paint battle. That's where they got most of their work done, 60-38. Those are your key stats. CK, which one stood out to you the most?
So I'm stuck between two, but I'm going to go with this one because I feel like it's like a great highlight of what's to come with this series because of how Cleveland plays. So I'm going to take the points off of turnovers today because in a game like you mentioned, we shot so poorly, especially from the 3-point line. For us to still be able to take advantage of one of Cleveland's favorite things to do in basketball, and that's turn over the ball. For us to win that battle 28-20, I feel like that is just a appetizer for what is going to come in this series. I feel like that is a matchup we're going to win all the way throughout. So I'm going to take that one. Points off turnovers tonight.
Points off turnovers is what you're going with. For me, man, it's tough. But I'm going to go with points in the paint.
That was my other option.
I'm going to go with points in the paint just because 60-38 is just dominant.
Crazy.
And look, the fact that the Knicks were able to attack the interior where, Cleveland's whole thing is that, we got Evan Mobley, we got Jared Allen, we got rim protectors, 2 rim protectors out there at all times, and the Knicks are still getting downhill and getting to their spots. It just shows you that the Cavs don't really have a good defense or a defensive answer to stop anybody on this team that's getting downhill. And so I'm going to go with that as my key stat of the night, just because the Knicks can easily replicate this in all the other games. And then if their 3-point shot is falling, everything is just going to open up even more for this team. Think about it. Knicks weren't even shooting that great from downtown. Now, you can't leave anybody open, which is why once they put Sham back out there, everyone had to stay home. Like, you can't just pack the paint if you left Hart out there. Nevertheless, if you're able to just attack the rim at will without any resistance, I mean, you don't even really need a 3 is what the Knicks show. And if there's shots do start falling from 3, this 115-104 can balloon even greater than tonight, man. So I'm going with points in the paint. That's my key stat. And but hold on one second. Let me do some quick math here because I'm just curious because they got 60 points in the paint. What was it? 88 of these shots came from downtown. So 56. This team went 32 for 56, man. 32 for 56 from the paint tonight.
Yeah.
32 to 56. What is that coming out to? They shot damn near close to 60%. That's good finishing around the rim, man. That's good finishing around the rim. So they shot 60%, essentially close to 60% from the interior. 57% to be exact. But, hey, great performance by the Knicks inside the arc. And, hey, that is key stats of the night brought to you by Prize Picks. People, let me tell you something about Prize Picks. You can shoot your shot with Prize Picks and get $50 instantly in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. And look, it's just that simple to get your $50 in lineups just for getting started because, look, when you play Prize Picks, all you got to do is just choose 2 to 6 players to, either go more or less over any statistical category. So since we're talking NBA, it could be more or less in points, rebounds, assists, a combination of 2 or 3. That's all it needs to happen. But the cool thing about Prize Picks is that you can mix and match across all sports. So, like, you got hockey, you got NHL playoffs going on right now with with NBA. You got baseball season in full swing. So you can mix and match players, 2 to 6 players from across all sports for any statistical category. Just believe they're choose if they're going to do more or less in any stat projection, and then that way you can get your earnings right there. And hey, if you're big into sports and you think the outcomes, if you think how these players perform on the regular, why not put some money down and put your money where your mouth is and show that you can do it? And the cool thing about Prize Picks right now is that they're available in all 50 states. They just got back in New York, so now you can go back and play. And the cool thing about Prize Picks as well is that they got early payouts. So if your players gets off to a hot start, you can lock in your earnings before the game even ends. So that's legit. So look, all you got to do is just download the Prize Picks app. Download the Prize Picks app, use that promo code KFTV, and get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's promo code KFTV to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, it's good to be right. Shout out to Prize Picks. All right, let's get to some more calls, man. Let's get to our guy. Gio, a.k.a. Big Daddy G. Shout out to you, Gio. What's going on, bro? Knicks Twitter Day, Gio, man. He's part of the championship run. What's going on, man? How you feeling?
Hey, what's good, boys? What's up, Alice? What's up, CK? How do I sound? How's my audio?
Your audio is good, man. The stage is yours. How you feeling about this game?
Great. Oh, I feel great. Wifey's sleeping. She got to work early. I'm in my car right now. I couldn't contain myself, bro. Oh, my God. I don't even know what I just watched, I'm still trying to process it. I don't really understand, but all I know, 4 years now, God, dude, Jalen Brunson changed my life, bro. This dude, I mean, my mental health has just been on a high just because of this man. The tough bucket after tough bucket. And, bro, I'm not going to lie. When he hit that tween behind the back hezzy pull-up three on James Harden, I damn near broke my neck on the ceiling jumping off my couch, bro. Oh, my God. Jesus, he constantly cooking James Harden. Like,
Constantly, man.
it
Constantly.
was literally, bro, what was crazy was there was moments, you know, I'm watching with my brother, his wife, we're all chilling. It's quiet. It's so quiet in the room. Like, we're down 22. I'm telling, even the Garden was quiet. One man believed, and that was Jalen Brunson. Even the other Knicks players, it looked like they were losing faith. And then they're like, wait, hold on. JB is cooking right now. Hold on. Let me start cooking. Then Shamit's doing his thing. He gave us big minutes. He's a professional, man. I mean, getting benched at the end of the regular season and then like benched early on against the Hawks. And look at him coming out. He gets still a little bit of playing time. He's not getting much playing time, but when he's out there, he literally gives it his all. I just love what I saw, bro. I'm so hyped. Let's go. I'm gonna say, hey, Knicks in 4. Let's go. Let's go. I'm gonna catch y'all. Hey, I'm gonna catch y'all on Thursday, boys. Y'all have a good night.
Let's go on, Gio. Gio saying Knicks in 4, man. The confidence is through the roof right now. Confidence is through the roof right now. I'm loving it, man. I'm loving it. Yo, we got a lot of people on the line. We got a lot of people on the line. So we're going to have to go a little rapid fire here just so that we can make sure that everybody gets their takes. Because, you know, CP's on the way. He's going to give his takes as well. So we want to make sure that we hear from everybody tonight. So let's get it going. William J., what's going on, man? Please unmute your mic.
What's up, fellas? Can you hear me?
Yeah, man, we can hear you. How's it going?
All right, so I'm going to give this rapid fire real quick because this is the things that are blowing my mind. So the Knicks have outscored their opponents 205 points to this entire playoff run. 205 points, right? If you look at their runs that they've had in the playoffs, they're 341 to 81 points in the runs that they've had throughout the entire playoffs, including tonight. Like this is 53 years of frustration that they're laying out on everybody right now. Like they open the can and they say this. I think this game was slow.
William, your mic's cutting in and out, man. It's cutting in and out.
Can you hear me now?
There we go. That's
okay.
Much better.
Okay. Sorry. I would say that like it's just nuts what they're doing. It's you can't compare it to anything. Like you couldn't even write the script on this run that they're doing right now. Like it's unreal. Like what they're doing to the teams that they're playing and everything. It's just I don't know, man. It just seems like the way everything's going right for us right now. It just seems like it's our year. Like it's just everything's just going right. Everything's just going right. There's nothing that we can't do wrong. Even when we look bad, we turn around and then look good in 12 minutes. The game's over. Like in one quarter, we can win the game in one quarter throughout the entire playoffs. If you watch every game that we played, the game after the first quarter or after the third quarter, whenever we go on some crazy run and the game is over. Like it's just I don't know. It's just this is just a weird feeling because I don't think any Knicks fan who's been watching this team for as long as been watching them. You can't process it. You don't know.
You cannot. There's no way to really process.
Yeah,
I agree.
You can't. Like, and it's like I think even the people like the announcers when they're watching the game can't even process what they're watching right now because the things that they're doing, the records that they're breaking, the things that they're doing, like they're smashing everybody. They were down by 22 points. They won this game by 11. That is a huge turnaround. Like you think they'd win by a point or two, but you win by 11. Like you go on a 38 run at the end of the fourth quarter, you go on a 14-3 run at the end overtime. That's like, okay, look, like it's time to go to bed. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. It's just, I can honestly see them sweeping them too, but I'm not gonna say for sure because I can see the Cavs taking at least one game. But I don't know, man. Like the way they're playing right now, I'm not even scared of OKC or the Spurs because we've already beaten the Spurs. We've already beaten the Spurs twice this year, and I just don't think OKC has seen an offense like this throughout the entire playoffs. The Spurs are the first team that they played this year in the playoffs that is actually going to challenge them, and they lost game 1. So I don't know. I'm just like I said, I've been a Knicks fan for 46 years, and I just like I'm in Ohio right now for work, and I was in a sports bar watching this game, watching everybody go nuts in the sports bar for Cleveland, and you can literally watch the energy just dissipate out of this building as the game went on. It went from like 150 decibel level, so you can literally hear a pin drop on the floor by the time the game was over. I'm just sitting there.
Well, hold on a second. I gotta ask you. So wait, you're out in Cleveland right now?
I'm in Columbus, Ohio, but I'm in Ohio right now. So I was at a sports bar watching the game live in Ohio, and like you could just see the Knicks just suck the life out of that entire building in a matter of 7 minutes and 40 seconds. Like when they went to overtime, everybody left. They knew the game was over. They didn't even stay. They knew it was over. They walked out. And I'm sitting here with a bunch of my buddies from work, and I'm sitting here just dying laughing, and I'm like, they're like, what are you laughing about? I'm like, dude, I've been saying this my whole life to like all my family members. The year the Knicks win the championship, it's not going to be a normal run UT teams do. They are going to open up a can of you know what on everybody, and it's going to be 53 years of frustration on everybody.
Appreciate the call, William. Appreciate you tapping in, my man. Rate that call in the chat, man. 5 being facts, 1 being trash. William coming through saying the things that we're seeing, man, are just unheard of. This is just like on some other like spiritual level that we're going through right now. My man also just told us that the state of Ohio is in a state of emergency because they just witnessed their Cleveland Cavaliers just crumble before their eyes, man. And hey,
state of emergency.
Maybe they got to call FEMA. Who knows? I don't know, man. Whatever's going on out there, but that's it's tough. It's tough for Ohio right now. He said he walked out of the bar, man, before overtime even ended. That's sad, man. That is absolutely sad. Your team made it to the ECF. You can't even watch till the final bell rings. Could it be Knicks fans, man? Could it be Knicks fans? They fall into that category of Heat fans that leave the game early. But hey, could it be us, man? That's why we're the best fans in the world. All right, let's keep this thing rolling, man. We got Maly on the line. Maly, how you feeling?
You guys hear me good?
Yeah, man, we can hear you.
Yeah, man. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be straight up. We were not supposed to win this game. the way, I mean, we were rusty. We were rusty as hell, I'm not gonna lie. But the fact that we were able to claw a win after how terrible we were looking most of the game, that shows a lot. This is why I say Brunson's the best guard in the East. He took us home. We had no answers. We were looking for answers, and we couldn't find anything. He stepped up to the table. He provided. He did what he does best, honestly. And this is why you say everyone says they're better than Brunson until it's time to be better than him. And I think that shows a lot. Being off 9 days, we start off slow offensively. And if you're watching the game, you can see the misses that we had. We were hitting straight backboard, airballing. You're able to tell easily we're rusty. But I'm still shocked that what happened. Like, seeing that we won the game, I'm still like kind of shocked. Like, if my dad turned the TV off, he was like, "Oh, we're not winning this game." I had to call him like, "Yo, we won the game." And he was like, "Nah, you're lying." I was like, "Nah, we actually won the game." But I mean, I'm still shocked. And I think now, like, once we get into a rhythm, I think Cleveland, they'll be in trouble when we get into a rhythm, because I said, if Cleveland was gonna win a game, this was the game for them to win. When we're coming off not in a rhythm, we're rusty. This was the game for Cleveland to win, and they didn't capitalize on that. So once we get into a rhythm, I think this is going to be a big problem for Cleveland. But yeah, Jalen Brunson, for everyone listening right now, that's the best guard in the East. Barely 6'2", he's like 6'1.5". He's giving your best player 30 easily. Your favorite player, he's giving him 30 easily, and that's it.
Appreciate the call, Maly. Appreciate you for tapping in. And look, the fact of the matter is, CK, this team is playing with a lot of heart. No pun intended. Like the way that they're able to bounce back in this type of game, being down 22 points, like that. That's a level of focus. That's a level of buy-in that we haven't really seen from the team. We didn't see that from the team like fully last year, right? Like it would be like a lot of reliance on Jalen Brunson. Like, look, tonight you had to rely on Jalen Brunson, but even with the reliance on Jalen Brunson, he was still believing in his team to make the right plays and make their shots, even when he was cooking in the fourth quarter. And I think that, look, there's a level of buy-in that you need from a team in order to execute at this type of level. And that's where you got to look at everybody in that locker room, man, from the players, the coaches, everybody, because that's communication at the best. That's communication at its best. And for them to look, even for you see it. You saw when Jose Alvarado got pulled out in the fourth quarter. Like, he's frustrated, but you know, at the end of the day, it's like Mike Brown's trying to do what's best. Put Shaman in there for Josh Hart. You don't think Josh Hart was frustrated? He probably wants to be close to this game, but it's like, look, man, they're playing. They're putting Jarrett Allen on you. They're not honoring us. They're not allowing our guy to get to his spots easily. We got to switch this up and make sure that happens. So look, the fact that they're going to come out and do the same thing, believe, and probably Mike Brown will go through the same trial saying, hey, let's see if you guys can get into a rhythm before I start switching things up. I think that's a lot of great communication that's happening in that locker room and a lot of great buy-in.
Yep. It's all after game 3. It's just been a complete flip of the switch from not just like from a play standpoint to everything you said, from a chemistry and from a team camaraderie standpoint. It feels like that was the game 3 of round 1, the Atlanta series. That was the turning point. It feels like since then this team's just been unified and everyone understands that what the mission is right now, which is, that's a special, like you said, special, man. It's a special thing. So let's hope that this is the run, Alex. This is the run. I'm not just trying to get there to get there. This is the run.
Believe in this team, man. I believe in this team. They have not given me any reason not to believe since game 4 against Atlanta. They have not given me a reason to not believe in this roster, man.
I was so ready to check you, Alex. I was like, look, Alex, I know we're having a good run right now, but because I thought you were going to end the sentence. They give me no reason to not believe in. I thought that was it. I was like, Alex, we had a eventful season this year.
I had to give you the qualification.
I just making sure. I was about to check you. I was like, wait a minute,
man. I gave you the qualifier. I was like, this team has been fantastic this entire regular season. They gave no reason to have for pause or anything, man. They were just wonderful. No flaws whatsoever that we saw that couldn't get us angry whatsoever. None whatsoever. Come on, man. Come on. Let's run through a few more super chats before. I think we got a special guest joining us in a second. But let me get through a few more super chats before we have the captain join. Just a few more. Shout out to CL Kenrick for the $5 super chat. Says Brunson burner barrage 38 points. Thank you, Shama, for those 3-pointers. Defense came alive. Shout out to M8007 again with the $5 super chat. Says Knicks wins WWE superstar Sol Ruka to hit the Soul Snatcher on Cleveland. Let's build on this. #
There's so many WWE references around our Knicks right now. This is insane. Danhausen's taking over the world. We got Soul Ruka. Yeah, WWE x New York Knicks is happening right now. I don't know what's going on. This is a weird universe we're in right now.
It's upside down. Shout out to New York and Pennsylvania with the $2 super chat for being a franchise channel. Says, yo, Cap is no joke with it. Knicks and KFTV hyped. Shout out to Ray Nobleza with the $10 super chat and being a franchise channel. Said Cade who, Maxey who, Donovan Mitchell who. I'm sorry, Bart Scott. This is why you pick Brunson over Cade. After this game, it's over. Knicks is 4. Let's go Knicks. All right, man. Shout out to Brooklyn Born. Shout out to Brooklyn Born with the $5 super chat. Says can't wait to turn on mainstream media tomorrow to hear them singing JB's praises. Reigning clutch player of the year. Big ups to KFTV. Knicks in 5. Let's family show go. Shout out to my guy Blood of the Ponta with the $10 super chat. Says team of destiny. I've seen this before. Knicks in 4. All right, man. We'll get through some more super chats, but it's time. It's time to bring in the captain. It's time to bring in the captain. We got to hear his thoughts, man. He was there. He was in the building.
The captain wearing the captain. Is that Brunson?
You know,
okay.
You know it.
Yeah.
You know
I should have worn my Brunson jersey. What am I doing here, man?
I told you.
You know it. Listen, man. Well, first and foremost, I'm down like 2 jerseys. I lost my franchise jersey and I lost the classic Michelin S. Ewing, but that's neither here nor there. Whenever I rock the jerseys of my guys, they deliver. You know, when I go on the road, I rock the Mitchie. He goes off. When I'm at home, the last 2 home ones, or I forgot when the last time I wore this one. You see it? It's number 11, man. It's number 11. It wasn't pretty, but it was gritty.
I knew he was going to be happy to say that.
It wasn't pretty, but it was gritty. I mean, how apropos. The rest versus rust debate. Killing us for the last 9 games. Are they going to be rusty? Are they going to be rusty? You look at OKC yesterday. They started off rusty. They end up losing the game, but they caught their win late. And boy, oh boy, you couldn't pick a worse time to be terrible tonight. That like the Knicks were in the first 3.5 quarters. But, one of the things I said, even in the rest versus rust debate, was like, yeah, they may come out the gates rusty and the shots might not fall, but the defense will carry them. And it did. It did. And they were forcing the turnovers. And once Mitch got in the game, they got more serious. They got more ferocious. And so things were percolating. But for some reason, man, from like midway through the second quarter, they just lost all steam. Stumbling and bumbling. Carl was horrendous tonight. Yeah, he got his boards. He was horrendous tonight. And, Brown, again, getting caught up in some very, very questionable coaching. I'll get to the bad stuff later on, but to the good and just setting the scene. Shout out our guy, Jason, man, from Knicks Twitter. I ended up just ironically sitting with him. So it's me, wifey, it's Jason and his crew behind us. And they're down by 22. And you got people hitting the exits. These fake Knicks fans who paid all this money or however they got their tickets for the Eastern Conference Finals, they're hitting the exits. That's one thing we don't do. Whether it's Giants, Knicks, Yankees, I don't leave until the thing is over with. So nevertheless, I was pissed. Wifey will tell you I was pissed off. Okay, so now they're down 22, and I'm just like, it's over with. These guys blew it again, and they let this Cavs team out-hustle, out-muscle them. But then they're chipping away. And they're chipping away, and I'm just like, all right. Shaman knocks down a shot. I'm like, all right, this is another fake Knick comeback, Eastern Conference Finals edition. I said, I'm not buying it. But then here goes Cap, and he knocks down a 2, and he chips it away, and it's down to I think it's like 12. Then he's attacking Harden again, gets in the mid range, down to 10, and then he's going again, gets it down to 8. Now this whole time, the wife's in my ear. She's reading my script for the monologue tonight. And I'm like, I don't want to hear it. I'm still tight. I'm not buying this fake comeback stuff. And she's reading the script. She's running my whole lines, bar for bar, what I'm going to say tonight. So I'm like, all right, she's trying to cheer me up, but I'm tight. But here comes Cap, and he's making his move, and he's making the move. So by the time he hits the 3 straight 2s, I tell her, I say, the 3's coming. The 3 is coming. And you can see a couple of possessions. He was trying to get it. The patented Jalen Brunson elbow 3, the step back elbow 3. You were waiting for him to get it going on Harden. I said, the 3's coming. The 3's coming. Next thing you know, bang, knocks down the 3. The Garden goes crazy. Jalen cuts it down to 5. And that's when we stood up the rest of the way. That's when we like, okay, here we go. 3 minutes, 3:42 left. We got this. And so, a couple of possessions, he deferred a little bit. Towns gets that another one where he's pulling Allen's arm. I'm like, what are you doing? At that point, I'm like, you can't afford to make mistakes. If you're going to pull off the perfect comeback, you can't afford to make the mental errors. And Towns did it again. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if we got time, but man, Mikal knocked down a huge shot. The Landry shot. I thought Mikal and Landry were incredible down the stretch. And then once it goes into overtime, first off, the whole place is going crazy once it goes into overtime. They just executed an incredible fourth quarter comeback down by 22 points. The whole place is going ballistic right now. But they were also going ballistic because I think, to a man, all 19,000 people knew that the Knicks were not losing this game after this. They had woken up. Cleveland had nothing left. They were cooked. And I think, to a man, we all believed that the Knicks were going home with a victory. So, look, man, it wasn't pretty, but it was gritty. And hopefully this is a wake-up call for the Knicks to lock in. You know, again, we're not expecting the shots to fall every night. OG was certainly rusty. There was rust all over the place. You know, even Cap started off the game trying to feel things out with the Wade matchup. But if you look on, conversely, on the other side, on the Western Conference Finals, you saw a much more crisp attention to detail, getting after it on the loose balls, the offensive rebounds, you know, preventing those things, you know, limiting the sloppy turnovers. And the Knicks, they just weren't there. You know, you're looking at Karl-Anthony Towns like, bro, this is Eastern Conference Finals, man. This ain't the regular season. And, you know, he's not able to, the Mobley matchup's going to be tough. We knew that. But even the Harden stuff, like, you can't make James Harden pay. And so, you know, they gave the Cavs a tremendous amount of confidence and momentum, and that is what I feared. I said, look, in this game one, I talked to my guy Ty Butler at ESPN. He was like, is this a must-win for the Cavs or the Knicks? I said, this is a must-win for the Knicks. It's a must-win for the Knicks because they do not want to lose this game and have everybody doubting them after all this time off and how dominant they've been coming into this game. You got to win this game. Come hell or high water. I don't care if the shots is falling or not. You got to win this game. And they ultimately did. And a lot of people mentioned this on the show tonight. A lot of people mentioned this on our travels to making it back here. You know, and I talked about it with Ian Begley today about, you know, the script and the stories coming into this. And now you have it where last year they give up the big lead to the Pacers and lose in overtime. This year, the Cavs give up the big lead to the Knicks, and the Knicks win in overtime. So, you know, it's that script, man. It's incredible. That's what sports is about. But shout out to Jalen Brunson, man. He took us home. Absolutely took us home.
Yeah, man. Jalen Brunson took us home. What a hell of a fourth quarter performance. I mean, in the fourth quarter, CP, he had 15 points. Dude was just unstoppable. Absolutely unstoppable. And when you see, it's at this point, man, like I said at the top of the show, it's like, I know we can just talk whimsical about this man just because he just shows you time and time again why he is clutch players, why he's one of the best players in the league. But to do this in the fourth quarter, and where you need that momentum, as you're mentioning, like you need, like this is a must win. You were just off. You had all this rest. You know, this is the time for you to prepare to be ready for this. And I think the Cavs gave it their best shot, man. I think this is the best you're going to see from the Cavs. I don't think you're going to get, maybe you get not Brunson, but a Donovan Mitchell, like 30 some odd point game, 40 some odd point game. Maybe they get one back at home. I did call it in 5. But I think this was their best shot from a whole team perspective. I mean, James Harden was utilizing that pick and roll, getting downhill and finding Allen and Mobley. And when you get up to a 22-point lead, you should be able to take this thing home when you have about 7.5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. These type of losses are demoralizing. Knicks, as we've been saying on the show so far, they snatched their soul. I think for this, Knicks got a lot of confidence back. And now you got a lot of questions for the Cavs, but just hell of a win, man, especially where Brunson continues to show why he's a superstar.
That's what superstars do. And I heard a comment saying, you know, I can't wait to hear what the national media has to say. I couldn't care less what these people have to say. They don't say anything. It's a waste of time. I don't got time to waste on them. We do what they don't do, which is provide quality programming around these Knicks. We had Ian Begley on the show earlier today. We had great play-by-play hosted by CK2K. We had a great post-game live coverage, highlights, analysis, and live callers from around the world where you're not getting it anywhere else. Tomorrow we breaking down film with Shax. We got Morelli coming on for the debrief. This is better than anything that you can get on national media. I don't care what Michael Wilbon has to say. He's washed. I don't care what Stephen A. Smith has to say. None of these people bring anything of quality and of value to the coverage when it comes to the New York Knicks. This is where it's at. The number one show for the fans, by the fans. Shout out to JD in the chat. Shout out to producer Gamba, producer Myra. Shout out to Alex and CK, man. Enough in the national media talk. Now, and JD was saying the old heads in the Legends Lounge was ready to kill calling that 3 Towns with the boneheaded face. It's like Bodega went back to like the nightmare Bodega. The glass slipper came off for just tonight. How about the 2 times when he hit the deck? Didn't those convert to Cavs? points.
Yeah, first one, he kind of like trotted back, right? So I was going to give him the benefit of the doubt. Second time, he ain't even trying, man. Yeah, both of them converted for points.
I said, get up, man. It's just the Eastern Conference Finals. Get up.
Told you, man.
Because look, I thought Mobley had a good game tonight, and I thought Allen had a good game. But Towns with the boneheadedness.
Yeah.
If it's not the discipline, it's the boneheaded decisions. And again, look on the other side of what you could potentially be going up against.
Right.
They are going to play the mind games. They're going to get physical. They're going to be in New Jersey. Knicks got to figure this out starting Thursday. Yeah. He's important. This is my X factor for the series because it's not going to get no easy after this. Happy for the win, but he's got to get right. They got to figure out his advantages because he could have easily cost us this game, very easily.
Yeah.
Couldn't even beat the Harden matchup. What do you think? You're gonna beat Caruso? You gonna beat Keldon Johnson? Like, you gotta get gritty. Or how about this? Take a jump over those guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's sitting there holding the ball, holding it. Here. Anybody else want it? How about you just shoot the ball? Just shoot it over them.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? He's in there just holding it. Hey, anybody? Hey. The shot clock is just draining. I'm growing more gray hairs in my beard. Bro, just shoot the ball.
Yeah.
So he was a little helter-skelter out there. Mike Brown.
Talk about it.
Mike Brown.
Talk about
it. He looked like 2 minutes into this game starting. I kid you not, ex-wifey. I was like, let's get Mitch in the game. Okay, who you take out? I said, get Big Country in the game so we could get serious. What happens? He gets in the game, 2 steals, offensive rebound, put Allen back in the crib. You know what I'm saying? Shut that whole thing down.
Yeah.
He was brilliant in the first half. Second half, this is the Mike Brown thing. They're once again getting hurt on the boards. Cavs getting second chance opportunities. Mobley and Allen beating them on the front court. And I'm just like, where is Mitch? Brown takes a timeout. He goes back to the starters again. They're getting hurt again, and Cavs are running it up. I was screaming, get Mitch in the game. He waited too long to get Mitch in the game. Then he puts Mitch in. Now, I give it to you. He wasn't as impactful in those minutes. But then he keeps him in almost the entire third quarter so that we can endure a brutal hack-a-Mitch situation in the Eastern Conference Finals. It was brutal. It was torture. So not only did he wait too long to bring him in, he keeps him in there for us to endure the pain. You got to go to Mitchie early when the team fouls are low. You got to go to him early. You go to him early, you demoralize Allen and Mobley, man. Early. So that was just weird stuff with Mike Brown. Now, he did redeem himself with keeping Shamet in there over Hart. So he definitely redeemed himself. But again, puzzling things for Mike Brown. And then it was like, bro, what was up with the 2 on the ball situations and continuing to kill yourself with it? It was like they were just hanging themselves. All right, let's put a 2 on the ball and see what they do with wide open jumpers. They got Schroeder out there for a reason. And he executed time and time again. You get the ball out of Harden's hands, you go to the next point guard, and he's executing on 4-on-3. What the hell are they doing with that? I was wondering how aggressive they would have been with those ball handlers, with Harden and with Mitchell. But CK, you hit it right on the head. With Mitchell, you do that. With Harden, you didn't need to do that. And they did it with 3 straight possessions and got killed every single time to add more to the deficit. It was very weird, bro. Very weird. Yeah. So, I thought those things were head scratches. But again, I hope overall that this was a wake-up call for them and that they'll execute better on Thursday. They won a game where they were pretty brutal for 3.5 quarters. So that's a win. That's a win across the board because they won't be this bad going forward.
Bro, they won't shoot as poorly as they did tonight either. They were 11 or 17% from downtown. They're not going to shoot that bad again. They redeemed themselves in the fourth quarter. They brought their shooting percentage back up to 31%. So it's only a good translation to what should happen in game 2. Like, but I would say this to like the whole Cat and Mitch thing. With Cat doing the stupid fouls, who would you rather have in that moment? I think in Mike Brown's case in that third quarter, it's like, all right, man, am I going to rely on the guy who's doing dumb fouls, or am I going to rely on the guy who can at least get me an offensive board, even though he's going to be being hacked every single moment? That's a quandary to be in, man. Like, you could put Cat back out there, and next thing you know, he starts fouling everybody, and then what we have is a 22-point lead could be even higher.
Yeah. Well, obviously he wanted Cat for a good stretch of the fourth quarter, right, to mount the comeback. But it was like, Mitch, the whole Hackett situation, number one, it stymied the Knicks offense, took them completely out of rhythm. He's bricking the free throws, and then the Cavs on the other end are getting buckets.
Scoring.
So it was I don't know. That was tough, man. That was tough.
Yeah.
End up being down 22 points, man. It just. That comeback like that. What everybody's sharing the prediction markets graph there. What was it? A 0.1% chance for them to come back and do that?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, odds certainly weren't in their favor, but Captain Clutch, anything is possible, man. Yo, we got a shout out, man. We slept on 2 big super chats, man. Salute. Hang on. Shout out my guy Jason Woke, man. Woke producer says, incredible game to attend. Knicks almost recorded a choke job and somehow flipped the switch in the fourth quarter. Bad habits were abound, and it felt like the Indiana series until the fourth. No one could believe it in the building. Hopefully this is a wake-up call. Absolutely. Jason Woke, man. Spoken like a true Knick fan, man. Saw what we saw. Absolutely. Salute to my guy Jason, who was in the building tonight. Shout out my guy Eugene. Yo, Eugene, salute to you, man. I didn't get a chance to catch up with Eugene tonight, but my guy Eugene flew in from the Bay Area, so we had a lot of fans. A lot of our KFTV family was in attendance tonight. Shout out to a $100 super chat says, we are the New York Knicks. Says, love what you guys have built for us diehard Knicks fans. You inspired me to create a free Knicks Discord style app called Garden Pulse. Live scores, stats, trivia, chat. Built in simple one-tap voice call for callers. Built specifically for use. And parentheses, us. He did put use. Okay, you won't regret it. Salute. He did. It wasn't me saying use. That was him. He said use. It was in New York accent. So salute to him. Yeah. So salute to that guy, man. Okay. All right, man. Yeah, it's a good night at the Garden. Let's get to some callers. Who we got on the lines, Al? Who we got?
Let's see, man.
Let's go rapid fire. It is 1 a.m. Rapid fire. One take past the mic, please, people. One take past the mic.
Let's go to Rob, man. Rob, how you feeling?
Feeling good. I'll start with the negatives. I mean, CP just touched on a lot of this, but the turnovers, 17 or 19 turnovers versus the Cavs, can't do it. If you look on the other side, we're going to be playing, if we get past them, a lot better defenses over there, so can't be doing that to ourselves. Cat, more turnovers than field goals made. He's got to wake up. No Cat, no rings. The East is transparently just a lot weaker than the other two teams on the other side. He's got to wake up. I do think he will, but we're going to need him. So, and then the blitzing thing, when you're getting killed in the 4-on-3, Cleveland's got a great offense. They got into a rhythm with that. Maybe throw blitzing once in a while. I would like to see them hedge a little bit more during that instead of just, chew on the ball. But Captain Clutch willed us. That was masterclass Brunson. I was waiting for the 3-2. I knew it was coming as well. Definitely got me out of my seat for that one. And then once they called the timeout, I knew they were going to start doubling him at some point. They couldn't just have him on the island with Harden for that long. And then I called the Mikal threes. I knew they were coming. I was very excited to see him put some down, and then Shamet obviously closed us out. His defense on Mitchell. Forget the threes were amazing from him, but the defense on Mitchell really, we needed stops. Yeah. So great game all around. I'll be in the building for game 2. So very excited.
Let's go. Salute. One thing with Mikal too, man, and as I mentioned, that attention to detail. I mean, like the little, strip from behind a Struce.
Yes.
Like little things like that. Mikal is dialed in, man. He is 100%. Dialed in. And I watched him. I was watching, quite intently after the game, or when they were wrapping it up, man. His energy's hype. He's getting all the teammates hyped up. He's going over the towns. He's chest bumping them. Like, Mikal is on fire right now. And I just love his tenacity and love the fact that, knowing that, Cat didn't have it tonight and OG was coming back. OG very rusty tonight. Man, Mikal was in his bag, and I love to see it. He was ferocious tonight. A solid 18 points, 5 boards from Mikal, 2 of 4 from downtown, the 2 steals. They needed him. Like I said, OG, we'll see, give OG some time to ramp up. You could tell he was a little bit tentative with his shot. The Hart factor against Allen. Yeah, Hart had his moments. He did have double-digit scoring, but especially early, the threes were way off. Him and Brunson were shooting UFOs at one point. And, the Allen was winning that matchup, that chess match against Hart. So Mikal's 18 was very much needed, fellas. Very much needed in this game. All right, who else we got on the line? Oh, go ahead, Al, go ahead.
No, absolutely. It was much needed. I mean, the defense on Harden was like, what the big thing is that stood out tonight, as well as on Donovan Mitchell. Like, the defensive intensity from Bridges, man, like the switch flipped in him from Atlanta. And really, we saw it ride through all of Philly. But it's good to have this Mikal Bridges back, man. And like, when you needed somebody else outside of Brunson in that fourth quarter from middies, from downtown, and look, for a team that needed some threes, he went 2 of 3 from downtown in that fourth quarter. Huge shots. Massive
huge
shots, man. Massive. That was the big momentum swing right there. And so, look, we talk about staying as a constant professional, and like, Landry's been that. Bridges has been that too, because this is a guy who could have been easily checked out, lost all confidence from the way he was playing in Atlanta those first couple of games. The fact that he's been able to make this turnaround, CK's been saying it, man. We're going to need that shirt, as CK says. Family show them picks.
Family show the picks, man.
Yeah, I'm just sitting here listening to the compliments. I have nothing to add. This is great. This is the timeline I wanted to be a part of. I'm just enjoying.
The president is happy.
Shout out to JD in the chat too. My guy JD singing praises. I'm loving this. This is where I wanted to be. Shout out to my guy Mikal, man. Getting the love he deserves. Let's go.
For sure. All right, let's get back to the phones, man. Rapid fire. Who we want to go to next, Al? Rapid fire, please.
Let's get to Spiro. Spiro, what's going on?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear, man. Rapid fire, please. We got
rapid fire. Salute CP, salute Alex, salute CK. What a night. Tonight was a special night. And I just want to say that the Knicks tonight did something incredibly special, and it must not be understated. We corrected our mistakes from last year. We beat Cleveland in this game 1, and we corrected our mistakes that we did last year. We killed our demons tonight. And in game 2, I think that the Knicks, I'm not worried about OG. I'm not worried about Deuce. I think they're going to find the rhythm. I just want to shout out to Jalen Brunson. I hereby ratify and confirm and declare Jalen Brunson as Jalen the Boogeyman Brunson.
Let's go.
Jalen the Boogeyman Brunson put on a show tonight. He was out of his mind, 17 points in a row. And shout out to Mikal Bridges, because we've been dogging him all season, but he's been coming up clutch. This game, last series, he's been incredible. Shout out to Landry Shamet. What a performance tonight. I also want to give props to Coach Mike Brown, because he made the adjustment to switch Hart off of Donovan Mitchell and put Shamet in the game, and Shamet was able to do a great job containing Donovan Mitchell down the stretch. So props to Mike Brown. And also, I just want to mention another thing. The Knicks are 8 in a row, and for the last 6 years, they have not won 10 in a row yet.
Yeah. Okay.
I think they're going to win 10 in a row in this postseason run.
Let's go.
I think we're going to beat Cleveland in game 2 and in game 3.
Okay. Appreciate the call, man.
No problem. I just want to say congratulations to 100K.
Thank you, man.
For KnicksFanTV. Congratulations on your wedding. Congratulations on the Josh Hart interview. I see big things for you guys coming soon. The million subscribers is coming soon, sooner than you think. There's big things coming to KnicksFanTV. The best show for the Knicks, for the fans, by the fans on YouTube. Salute. And shout out to my guy Alex, my Greek brethren. Tikanis Malaka.
Let's go.
Yes, it's Malaka.
Shout out to my guy Alex. And one last thing.
Yep.
They scared to look. They shook. There ain't no such thing as halfway crooks.
Halfway crooks.
There we go.
Let's go. Shout out to Spiro in
Praise
that, man. Salute. At the land this plane. I had a hard time landing this plane. He was very complimentary of us. You know what I'm saying? They get us with that all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, you try to land a plane and they're like, oh, I've been a fan for years and congratulations. So, you know, it's
they know what they're doing. It's the formula. They know what they're doing.
Love, man. You can't land a plane on love.
And he's Greek on top of that, man. So
that's your man. He dropped the Malakas, got to do all the Malakas out there and all of that. You know what I mean? Yeah, he showed a lot of love for us, man. We appreciate it. Shout out to Spiro. Absolutely. Shout out to Spiro, man, for sure. Yeah. Some people know how to buy their time, you know. Some people know how to buy their time.
And how to buy more time.
That's right. Shout out to Spiro. Bang. Shout out to my man, Tom from Huntington, a $100 super chat, fellas. Says, excellent work, gentlemen. Number one show for the fans, by the fans. Lost my mind when Cat pulled Allen's arm in the fourth. I literally thought it was over. That's not Tom Seegan. That was me. I literally thought it was over after that. He says, just a stupid play that we don't need. We don't need that. Salute to the chat and the sponsors. 7 more wins. Let's get it. Tom from Huntington. Man, when you say you think about Die Hard or diehards, that is Tom from Huntington, original day one KFTV subscriber and caller. He was a caller back when we had the phone lines up. So that's how far back, you know, Tom from Huntington goes, man. So shout out to Tom.
I don't know how he does it, but even the super chat was rapid fire.
Yeah, even the super chat was rapid fire. Very succinct. You know what I'm saying? Oh, wait. Tom gets in, he gets out. Shout out to my guy, Tom from Huntington, man. Salute. We got the Rhyme Animal Chuck D in the building, fellas. Salute to the Rhyme Animal. $20 super chat franchise channel member. He says, I'm tired of this mythical Western Conference. It's better crap. Last I checked, there are 0 dynasties this second. OKC never got into the finals until last year. Pacers took him to 7. Hallie goes down. Stop the BS. 7 wins to go.
I love it.
What's up? I thought you were saying something. I thought you were saying something.
Oh, no. I was just commenting.
Yeah, I think, you know, while I was very entertained and impressed with last night's game in the West, I thought it was the best game of the entire playoffs. I would be hesitant to say that, oh, you know, the winner of that's winning the championship. That's not how sports work. That's not how sports work. It is, look at tonight. It is matchups. It is coaching. It is execution. Every night. And Chuck said it right. They almost won Game 7 without Halliburton. So let's just knock it off before we crown one of those guys. One game at a time. We got to get Towns right. And they got to execute. And OG. And they got to get OG right as well. Got to get Towns right. Got to get OG back into a rhythm. And hey, this is the brand new series. They took the wrappers off. And hopefully this tonight was a wake-up call for the rest of the way. You know,
I would also say for that Western Conference game that we watched last night, which was highly entertaining. Even if you think like OKC's like the demon that can come back and win. I don't know about you guys, but I saw that whistle was not being blown as much for SGA last night. You know, they're letting those guys play. And I think at this point, we're going to see two teams it's going to be different, much different. And look, SGA didn't even shoot that well last night. And look, you'll get the Spurs, still a very young team. It's anybody's, man. It's anybody. You can't guarantee anything, man. Can't guarantee.
Let me see Game 2 first before I say anything about that whistle. You know, I think you know, we still in OKC. That whistle. I'm paying attention to the referees in Game 2. We'll see. But you're right, for Game 1 for sure. They let them play.
That game was a bloodbath. But hey, you know, Knicks didn't get any calls tonight. They didn't get any calls tonight. They got no respect tonight from the extender and the crew. And I thought they let that get to them as well. I thought that was part of the issue, you know, between Hart and Towns and everybody. I thought they really, I thought they let that get to them. But you got to play through it. You got to play through it, man. You know, so we'll see what happens Thursday night. You know, the typical Game 2, Juju will be out, so the forces will be out against them. They got to keep playing through it. Got to. Shout out to TM. He says, every time CP says, uh-oh, I think it's a Robert Randolph super chat. Yeah, laughing. Yeah, I know who the first person I saw in the Delta Club tonight?
Oh, my goodness.
Uh-oh. Wow.
Walking through the Delta Club, and I got my usual routine. You get to stop to the watch party first. Shout out to everybody that was at the watch party tonight. Everybody had a good time on the rooftop. We had our first outdoor viewing experience. That was great. And so then we walk over to the garden, and we do our usual routine, check in and whatnot. Then we go hit the Delta Club. Had an encounter with your man Sources, man. Sergeant Sources. The double R is walking around with his entourage. He got a little Hollywood with me. He got a little. I'm not gonna lie to you. He got a little Hollywood with me, man. Yeah, he did. He did. Yeah, but shout out to the double R, man. I'll see him again next time. But hey, he's very tight with JD. Not sports talk. The other JD. If you get where I'm coming. He's very clicked in with the establishment. So he got a little Hollywood with me. We get when you go in the Delta Club and you see people, you kind of give them that little head nod, like, yeah, I'm in here too, type of thing. Sources, he got a little Hollywood with me, man. He did.
Got it.
I think he might just be upset, TP. He just might be upset, man. He just might be upset. He wants to give you the intel. He wants to make sure that you're reading all of his breaking news. Maybe that's why.
I think so.
And Randall did not finish his series very well, so he probably didn't want to hear from him.
That's true. So, that is true. That is
probably
true.
Was ready for him.
Yeah, so he was a little, in the West Indies, how we say stush. You know what I'm saying? He was a little,
Yep. Real stush.
Give him a little head nod. Yeah, what up, Sources? Yeah, I'm in here. All right. We'll see you in the chat, man.
Right.
Yeah, that was it. And just kept it pushing.
All right.
Shout out to Sources, man. Call back anytime, man. Shout out to Sources, man.
Try to call back. You guys may try to call back because the last time he tried calling, man, it wasn't too great.
It was a disaster. He can't figure out he can write a Grammy Award-winning album, but he can't figure out how to connect his microphone to the Discord. You know how that works with them savants? You know what I mean? Yeah. Like they're geniuses on one craft, but my man can't figure out the microphone input on the Discord. Right. It's one of those things. You can't explain it. It's just one of those, unsolved mysteries type of thing.
I mean, to be fair, CP, when you look at the tweets, and I'm like, there's a lot of spaces. Punctuations are all over the place.
Is all over the place.
This is why he bigged you. This is why he bigged you. Listen to you guys right now. Listen to y'all. See, this is why he hit you with the cold shoulder in the lounge, bro. Listen to you guys right now. Both of y'all right now. Look.
That's how he really feels about me,
that's what I'm saying. Come on, man.
This guy over here, he's just making jokes at me.
Yeah, right. Come on, man.
I can't figure out how to unmute his microphone on the Discord, but it's all good, man. Call back anytime. Shout out to Sources, man. All right, man. Back to the Discord. Who else we got on the line now? Let's clear these people out. Rapid fire, because it's getting late. Rapid fire.
We got CharlieKnicks, man. CharlieKnicks, how you feeling?
Charlie.
CP, Alex, CK, JD, what's going on, fellas?
Good. How you feeling, man?
I'm good, man. My heart's been singing. You know what it's been singing? Jalen Brunson. Bro, my boy came clutch. Bro, Pistons, beware the dogs. Give me that, because that's ours now. Knicks is taking over. This is the energy I'm putting on for now on, bro. We taking this to the finals. I'm about halfway out the window. Probably by game 3, I'll tell you if I'm out the window already. But I am heavy on this, bro. Brunson told Harden, yo, hold that. Let me take that. Give me that. Give me that back. Bro, nonstop. We here, we making noise. CP, like you said, I'm gonna double down. Forget what the media tells you tomorrow. Everybody who's listening right now, forget what the media is gonna tell you tomorrow, because I guarantee you, all they're gonna tell you is a bunch of excuses. Oh, the Cavs dropped it. The Cavs should have done this, just like they did with the Philly series. Oh, they were lacking here. They were tired. Oh, the same thing with the Atlanta Hawks. Oh, so excuses. Never, ever, ever want to give us all the credit. But you know what? That's all right. because we got a savior on the way that's taking it game by game, and his name is Jalen Brunson, and that is our captain. I'm gonna end it with that. Thank you, gentlemen.
Yes, sir. Shout out to CharlieKnicks on the Discord. All right, running back through. Did we get to Will from LI yet?
Nah, not yet.
Let's get to him. Will.
Yo, CP, CK, Alex, how you guys doing, man?
Good, man. How was the watch party tonight, man?
It was good, man. It was bumping, man. It was great. It was amazing, man. I'm gonna keep my take super rapid fire. First off, Jalen Brunson saw James Harden. You know what he said? He said fried catfish. He said yams. He said collard greens. He said mac and cheese, braised oxtails, and neck bone. And he took James Harden and he made him look like the cone he was on defense and just took him to town, man. It was amazing. We were in their watch party, rooftop jumping, amazing time. I'm not even, it's looking real somber. Fourth quarter, it's looking quiet. We could hear a pen drop. And then 7 minutes, 45 seconds, the Jalen Brunson show just took on. The Brunson burner came on, and he just did what he do, man. I cannot believe what I just saw. I was in awe, bro, in awe. I'm going to just leave it on this. I know, CP, you hear all the time how people say, your show does a lot for them. It gets them through some hard times. They really appreciate what you do. And today, the show and the fan base did that for me, man. Last night I lost my aunt. Shout out to Mummy Fafa. Shout out to Haitian Flag Day. She didn't make it last night, but I bought the watch party. I bought the watch party tickets, and I was feeling down. I didn't know if I wanted to go. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just go because she lived her life and she would have want me to go. She's always living. She wants me to have a good time. I was like, I'm gonna go to the watch party. And then I went there and I had the time of my life, man. So I just want to thank you, CP, for everything. Thank you for the community. Thank you for the watch party. Thank you for always just getting a great group of Knicks fans together and just showing love, showing joy, just having a great time, man. So I just want to hope you guys have a great night, man. Thank you so much.
All love, man. Everybody in the chat, let's send our condolences to our guy, Will from LI, man. A true KFTV day one. And as I say, man, this show is not just for the good times. We got to lift our guys up, when they're going through hard times as well, because we're all going to go through it. We all go through it, whether it's one day or the next. So, we shout out our guy, Will from LI, man. Keep pushing. And
thank you, bro.
Better days ahead. Condolences to you and your family for sure, man. Absolutely.
Thank you, bro. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, man. Shout out to the Knicks. It's Knicks in 5. We got this, baby. Have a good night.
Absolutely.
Take care.
Shout out to our guy, Will from LI, man, because he's a guy that, whether it's a watch party or the show, he gives us a lot of cheer, a lot of positive energy, man. So we got to send that back to Will in his time of need, man. Shout out to my guy, Will from LI. Shout out to our day one. Salute to my guy, K Marco, for sure. Everybody who pulled up to the watch party, DJ Eric L. Beats, man. Shout out to Mellow Mike. Everybody who pulled up, all of our regulars who pulled up to the KFTV watch party tonight. Atala the Great, $20 super chat, franchise channel member. He was there as well. Got a chance to catch up with him when I first got there. He said the KFTV watch party at Avenida Rooftop was lit. Had a great time as always, and we witnessed something special with the performance of JB, Mikal, Shaman, and Co. Shout out to Mellow Mike, as he says, Eric L. Beats at CP Nixon 4. Absolutely, man. So shout out to Atala the Great, another one of our regulars who was at the watch party early. So salute, man. Salute. Okay, let's keep it running on the Discord, Al. Who else we got, man?
We got Ashwin, man, calling in from India.
Ashwin, how you doing, man? Rapid fire. Let's go.
CP, I'm so jealous of you that you got to watch this game live at the Garden.
Yeah, man, it's a classic.
And the thing is, when Brunson put up the elbow three, my eyes literally glazed over, and I think I passed out for that half second. And I came back to senses when the crowd fought, because I know I have not seen that scene. I was wide open, but I did not know what happened for that half second. And Jalen Brunson and his pair of like aerospace military grade titanium pair of pendulums. I have no words to describe it. And he is incredible. And the thing is, it was an amazing game. We got an amazing win. And but this defense for the 3.5 quarter, it was not good. It won't be good coming ahead of the next 3 or 4 or 5 games, how much we play. It will be not enough for the finals, even if we play Spurs or the OKC.
Yeah.
We have to take it up a notch, and we have to take our offense also up a notch, because this offense, for the first 3 quarters, it's not going to work against those two teams in the Western Conference. So we have to keep that in mind. Mitch has to do better with his free throws, because that's a huge momentum killing thing that other teams are using against us. Right.
For sure.
Apart from that, we have to keep this momentum up, and I hope Knicks get and step more and get more prepared for the finals. That's all, man.
Let's go, man. Good to hear from you, man. Our guy Ashwin from India, another day one, always tapping in with us, man. Shout out to our guy Ashwin from India. And yeah, as he said, man, was definitely in the building. We will give this away to a lucky franchise channel member, not tonight because it's been a long show. Probably tomorrow's show. But yeah, that was the towel and the shirts for the conference finals. They stepped it up. The one in the last round was a little boring, but this one's nice, man. Always, they went with the always Knicks. Not the best slogan, but I think the design is good.
Yeah, it's better. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I still hate the slogan, but it looks
I like
good.
the classic
Yeah,
Knicks,
classic joints. Yeah. So, yeah, like I said, man, we don't keep these, man. We give it away to a franchise channel member so that they could be a part of this. I don't need it. So we give it away, man. So look out probably tomorrow. We'll give it away on tomorrow's show. So my franchise channel members, make sure you guys are tapping in on tomorrow's show. I got to check in with Shax. We should have Shax for the film breakdown. Let me hit him up on the Slack right now. Just hit him right now. What time tomorrow? And then Morelli. I saw Morelli earlier, so Morelli's going to come through as well. So we will have the full debrief tomorrow. But yeah, we'll give that one away as well. Yeah, Chuck, 73 logo. Yup, absolutely. Legends Lounge tonight. Let's see who pulled up. Starberry, of course. Starberry's in there with the suit. He was looking fly. He was looking fresh.
Yeah.
You had Camby was there. Sprewell, obviously, Starks, those guys all work for the team. Gerald Wilkins is there every night now, every game. Gerald Wilkins is there. So he was in a little, quadrant with Tim Thomas and John Wallace. They didn't show Houston, but Sprewell was there. They didn't show Bernard. They did not show Bernard. Patrick was there, of course, and Patrick gets the last. They go through the celebrity row type of thing, and in the fourth quarter, early or late third, early fourth, and Patrick gets the last one. So yeah, that was it. Clyde, obviously, Clyde is in the building. So Clyde went first, early. He got his ovation early, and then later on they do like a quick rapid fire montage of all the celebrities, and then they go through the Legends Lounge. So still waiting on one particular legend that needs to be there, man. We got to get Harp in the building, man. I'm contacting all the important people. They already know who they are. They watch the show. We got to get Harper back in the Garden. It's Eastern Conference Finals time. It is an important time. Harper was a treasured Knick for the short time that he was there. I'd love to get the X-Man in there as well, man. One-hit wonder. I think he was the most popular one-hit wonder that the franchise has ever had. Harper's got to be in there, waving the flag, man. Harper needs his moment. He needs his moment, man. He only gets his moment when he shows up with the Cavs, like a quick little thing, Harper needs his playoff moment with the fan base, man.
I mean, considering that Harper went from the Mavs to the Knicks, and that's the same thing that Brunson did, should be there.
I was going to say, the connection's there. Yeah.
Yeah. How about Jason Kidd getting fired, bro?
That's crazy.
How about Jason Kidd getting fired? After all that.
After everything.
Maybe he should have taken the job for the New York Knicks last summer. He would have been in a better spot.
Yeah, or were they just hating? They were just hating.
They were just hating.
Because
at the time it was still what's his name as the GM?
Nico.
Luka. Yeah. Nico Harrison.
Yeah. They were just hating.
He just couldn't take another L.
So
Masai said, nah, get him out of there.
Clearly, there was something there. There was clearly something there.
For sure.
Leon and them knew he could have been had. They were after him. And the Mavs were hating. They said, nah.
Well,
and here it is. A year later, he's out of there.
And what's crazy is what happens to Kyrie. Obviously, they traded AD already. So that team, that whole direction, I get it. You're bringing Masai Ujiri. He wants to go with his guy. Makes sense. But you kind of had a feeling that you're going to fire Nico anyway after trading Luka the way that he did. And like you just saw everybody. It was like, what? Like the fan base is in uproar. Jason Kidd didn't want to be on the stand with him. Like you figured that this was going to happen. So,
yeah,
is what it is, man. Is what it is. Now they're working their way back up from ground zero. I think the bigger thing too that's out there is that did you see that Tim Connolly, the president of basketball operations for the Timberwolves, had to go out there because I know people want what's his name? Chris Finch's you want him on the axe if you're looking at Timberwolves socials, but he was like, we are very happy that he is a partner with us. I'm like, make it.
Yeah, I mean, who, Finch?
Yeah, for Finch.
Yeah, I agree with that, man. It's they don't have enough. They just don't have enough. You can't just keep changing coaches and throwing coaches. No coach
he's not the problem.
That Timberwolves team better than they are with Julius as a second man. That's just it. Bottom line.
Yeah.
They need Giannis. Go get Giannis somehow, some way, and then you could be a series fan. They are in the West. You can't blame Chris Finch for this. They're not. They have a seal. They have hit a ceiling from a talent standpoint. Go get Giannis, man, before Ant-Man requests a trade to the Knicks. Shout out to HT in the chat. HT says, is there any hope for Oakley coming back to the Garden? Listen, man, I've said it for a couple of years now. The ball is in Oak's court. The ball is in Oak's court, but, you know, Oak is a prideful man. He stands on 10 toes. So the ball's in his court, man. I told you that already. There is a pathway for him. The ball is in his court. So I don't know if he's gonna dribble it, but it's in his court. You know, it's in his court. Listen, man, Sprewell is back in the Garden. Starberry's back in the Garden. That should tell you all you need to know. There's a pathway for Oak.
That's so true. That's so true.
I can tell you that from facts. There's a pathway for Oak. If he wants to take it, he might not take it. I'm not telling him to take it. If he feels like he was wronged, that's on him. You know, that's between him and JD. But there's a pathway for him, you know, so we'll see. Never say never, man. Because I never thought Spiro would be back. I damn sure never thought Steph would be back. Never. So.
And Steph is back. Like he is
back.
Everywhere. Back. Yeah.
You know?
That's
He's
true.
in the mix. He's traveling with JD. He's got the Camellos in the store. Like Nick Brand and Camellos. Like Steph is back, bro.
Yeah.
You know, but Steph told us himself. He said he had a conversation with JD. JD said, hey, you could always, you know, you're always welcome here. You could always come home. So there it is, man. There's a pathway for Oak. And I can tell you that. There is a path. Let's see. Shout out Lofton franchise channel member, $20 super chat. Says simply unbelievable. 22 points down. That's the captain. That is the captain for you. Shout out DJ Eric L. Beats, $20 super chat. Says Avenida was blown off the doors tonight during the Knicks comeback tonight. Got to be better Thursday for game 2. Don't need to double off the ball to be in rotation. But Mikal, Shamet, and Brunson was great in the fourth and OT. Absolutely, man. Shout out K Marco, $20 super chat. Says, bro, this watch party was one of the greatest experiences of my life. The big screen outside the Garden was a minute ahead, so people was rooting from the patio over there and screaming twice for every big shot. It was nuts. Oh yeah, that's right. Because again, you know, our watch party was right down the street from MSG, but the MSG watch party, they're getting the feed literally directly from the stadium. We was getting the ESPN feed from the TV. So it was a little delay. But either way, you know, everybody had a great time. Everybody had a great time. Shout out to K Marco. We definitely appreciate you for pulling up. And everybody who attended, man. Shout out my guy, Mellow Mike. All right. Let's finish up through the phones. Who we got? Is that Big Baby Bean? Did we get to him already?
No, not yet.
Rapid fire, Big Baby. Let's go. Rapid fire. Big Baby Bean, are you asleep? Going once? Going twice? Going thrice. Thanks for coming. Call back tomorrow. Let's go to DipBasedPro. Rapid fire. Let's go. DipBasedPro, are you there?
I'm here. I'm here. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes, rapid fire. What's the name?
Absolutely. Joe, calling from New York. Long time listener.
Let's go.
Can you hear me? You can hear me.
Yeah.
You can hear me, right?
We got you, bro. We got you.
All right, good. So
He goes, can you hear me? Then we lost him. All right, man. Call back anytime, man. Shout out to DipBase. Leewardtide. Rapid fire. Let's go.
Yo, first time caller.
Yeah, where you
I'm
calling
good.
from?
Brooklyn, Williamsburg. Grew up in South Brooklyn. I was telling my boy tonight, you guys are like primo coverage on the Knicks. Huge Ranger fan. No one does it like you guys.
Thank you.
No
man.
one on the Ranger side. And yo, I just wish, you guys the best of luck. Two things real quick. I was calling for Shaman in the fourth, at least halfway through. I was like, we got to switch something up here. And the crazy part is I was just like, we're going to stick to JB and he's going to close us out. I mean, who knows what happens, but we're just going to ride his hand no matter what happens. But just seeing Shamit have his moment, man, amazing. He works hard and it's I love just seeing the whole team out there. Like we got everyone. It's not just our starters. Like we finally got a bench. It's just so good to see, man, over the years. I love it.
Yes, sir. Appreciate the call, man. Appreciate the support as well. Let's go Rangers, man. I don't know when the Rangers are going to get their act together, but hopefully, one day we'll be back. Thank you. Oh, Lundqvist was there. Lundqvist was in the building.
I saw that. It was someone who was shooting the free throw, and I was like, wait, that's Hank in the back. He was like right in the front row.
In the building, man, and I was a big fan of his, man. I met him many years ago. Very nice guy, and our only regret was that they didn't win 1-4, man. They came close. They should have won one for King Henrik, man. He was an outstanding goalie for the Rangers, man. Outstanding. So
hopefully we do it for Igor, and with the Knicks, we JB. We gotta do it for JB and do it for the rest of the city, man.
Got to. Salute, man. Salute to you guys, man. And fellas, I mean, speaking of the city, man, they're starting to kind of rope off outside the garden. NYPD is starting to get that under control. So, everything that was happening like right outside the doors, they moved that closer to the street. And now they got the barricades up. So now they funneling people into the street, like almost into the street to cross the street to get up out of there. So, yeah, you're already starting to feel the crowd control as they anticipate what could be happening here. It's changing up a bit. The playoff first started the first round. Everybody's all over the place outside in the front on 7th Avenue. They're all over the place. And then after a while, they would start to be like, all right, get up out of here. Now, as soon as we were some of the first out. Now, they're starting to really crowd control that thing into like one centralized point on the sidewalk, and ultimately they pushing people out of there into the street. So you can only imagine what's going to happen, should things really pop off, and they get the job done here, man. Yeah.
If the Knicks get the job done, the city will not exist anymore. It will self-implode.
It's going to be crazy. Yeah.
Insane.
They're starting to really funnel people in a certain direction. You can see it kind of forming here. It's very interesting. Okay, DipBasedPro, back to you, man. Rapid fire. Let's go.
How's it going? Yep. We're locked in now. Long time listener, first time caller. I remember it was COVID. I started listening to y'all 2020. We just drafted quickly and Grimes. We were still building up. And I was blessed enough to go to the game tonight. I just want to say thank you for everything. Shout out KnicksFanTV. It was electric in the building. It was insane. Probably the best live sporting event I've ever been at in my life. Let's go, Knicks. Let's take care of business. Let's take care of these Cavs. And let's keep going, man. Thank you for everything. Thank you for everything.
Thank you, man. Thank you for the call. And thank you for being rapid fire for sure. Prince 16, you up next. Rapid fire. Let's go.
Number one show for the fans, by the fans. Hit that thumbs up button for your boys.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I see 3.1K people in the chat. I only see 1.1 likes on there. We got to get them likes up. Got to get them likes up. It's playoffs. It's playoffs. We got 8 straight. We've been doing this since 2019 when we were getting 17 wins, 19 wins. Now we in the playoffs, so we all got to step it up too. Not just the Knicks doing it. Us as the fans. This is for the number one. This is the number one show for the fans by the fans. So we got to step up our takes. We got to step up the likes. We got to show love and support. Hey, CP, I'm even sad right now, so I got to cut it short for y'all because last time I called, it was Mother's Day, and my guy stayed up till 1:30. CP, Alex, CK2K, my boy, y'all was up till 1. I'm like, yo, what time is these guys gonna spend time with their family? That's when it hit me, like, yo, Leon gotta cut the check. Yo, JD, the other JD you talking about, CP, he gotta cut the check. He gotta do what's right. He know what's up because this is the number one show for the fans by the fans. We got more subscribers than they do. So you gotta cut the check, man. Yo, hey, we got the championship this year, and the only thing left to do on that bucket list is you gotta cut the check to the number one show for the fans by the fans, because these guys here sacrificing time after time after time after time. Father's Days, kids' birthdays, Christmas, every holiday. Guess what? Especially my boy Alex. You know, Alex go CP my duck. CP my duck ain't gonna do what he gotta do, but my boy Alex always gonna hold it down. My boy CK2K gonna hold it down. So you know what? There's no days off when it comes to the Knicks. Y'all gave y'all lives to this, and my boy JD gotta cut the check. The other JD, like you said earlier, you know what I'm saying, when you was talking about Robert Randolph. The other JD, you know the JD I'm talking about, CP. Number one show for the fans by the fans. Hey, I got a quick message. I know you want me to cut it short, CP. You know how I do. Shout out Chuck D. Shout out my boy TM. Shout out Gamba. Shout out Ari 5 picks. I don't want to hear nothing about this 5 picks no more. Leon done showed us. CP, if I go back, and this is when I come up on here, I got to preach. Because if we go back, let's keep it real. CP, you was preaching to the fans when we were all jumping out the window. Let's get Spider. Let's get Spider. We don't give a damn about no 3 unprotected draft picks. And then 2 more pick swaps. We don't give a damn. CP, we want Spider. We want Spider. We want Spider. He was like, everybody calm down. Everybody calm down. Everybody, nah, CP, F that. We want Spider. We want Spider. This is before we had Jalen Brunson. So if it was up to us, the fans, CP, we would have been gave up those 5 picks for Donovan Mitchell. And we got somebody 5 times better. Every time he sees Donovan Mitchell, he busts, you know what? Family show. You know what's up? Starting with Utah Jazz when Jalen Brunson was a backup for Doncic. Anytime he see that boy, he busts, you know what? And we got him for free. You know how many other players we done got, CP? We started off, Leon came up in here, he started off with Marcus Morris. Marcus Morris, we had no picks, no nothing. Come on, this is the same Knicks we're talking about. With no draft picks, no nothing. We had nothing, no assets, no draft picks. We had bums on the squad. Leon came in, started making moves. Marcus Morris had a good season. Guess what? We got a first-round draft pick for him.
Yeah.
And then after that, we got Julius Randle when nobody wanted to come. Nobody wanted to come. We got Julius Randle. This is what my boy CP was always talking about. I'm going back now because you always used to say we had a dud pick and Obi Toppin. CP was 1,000% right. Obi Toppin is a dud pick. Man, don't play no defense. We got him. We ain't never even needed him because we didn't know that Julius Randle was going to blow up. And now Julius Randle blows up and has a great season, CP. Now, guess what? He's an all-star. We end up using Julius to get Cat. Question mark for a question mark, like you say, but we got the better question mark, CP. We have the better question mark. You see your boy Randall over there fumbling and bumbling, like you say, CP. Three points, and he's on his way up. He's on his way up out of Minnesota. I'm not gonna hold nobody, so I do not want to hear anything else about these 5 picks. Move had to get done. Leon had made 100 many more better moves. It's not always gonna be a hit. It's not. I'm not happy with it. I'm not going to lie, CP, because you don't trade 5 picks for a non-all-star. But guess what? He did it for other reasons. This is Jalen Brunson's man. This is Jalen Brunson's man. Let's stop talking. From today, this 5-pick situation is dead because this man is balling. Number one, we got to support our fan base. Take the diapers off, everybody. And even CK2K on the chat, CK, everybody on the chat today was talking. Oh, fire this, fire that. And then all of a sudden, 5 minutes later, CP, oh my God, we love this team. Come back. See? So we got to stop that. Love y'all, man. Take care.
We got a TBD for Thursday, man. We got to continue to call Thursday.
Take care, my boy. Love y'all, man. No more shows for the fans by the fans.
Call back anytime, Prince 16 on the Discord. Hey, man, he went in crazy. He went in.
He's nice, man.
He's a big-time supporter, man. Big-time supporter. You know, he stands on his takes. We appreciate him. Shout out Steven Santiago, $10 super chat. Shout out to OG sitting behind. To the OG sitting behind me, we kept each other sane and called a comeback with 5:03 to go and sat on the steps in our section like our life depended on it. We had our section hype. Let's go. Shout out Steven Santiago, man. Big time supporter of the show. Shout out Mel and Mike, $10 super chat. Salute to Alex. CK2K watch party was on fire. Watching the Knicks come back in the fourth and take it to OT, then finish the cab. Shout out CP Maria, Eric L. Beats, Steve, MC Cedric, Cody Glock. Salute, man. Salute. Shout out to Steve, man, too. Yeah, shout out to Steve for sure. Big time supporter of the wave. Al, let's run through the super chats and then wrap, man, because it's getting late. Great show for sure. Great job, CK. Great show. All of our producers. Let's run through the rest of the supers that I might have missed.
All right. Going back to did you get Can You Dig It?
Did you got MSG Go 11? Yeah, that was at 11:20. You had to have, right?
The last one I got was Butter de Ponta. So I'm going for Can You Dig It? 919. Shout out to you for the $10 super chat. Says 7 more dubs to Larry. Coach Kenny, please keep Harden guarding Brunson. All of that matchup light work for JB. No one in the Cavs can guard Captain Clutch. Let's go Knicks. Then we got shout out to the real Carnivore. Shout out to you for the $5 super chat. Says role player of the game, James Harden and his trash defense. Shout out to Jerome Wise with the $2 super chat. Says your boy Spider ran out of web fluid. Haha. Shout out to Sheem Robinson with the $5 super chat. Said Harden is a cone on defense. He's washed. These Cavs are not as talented and physical as us. Hope the Knicks end this series with the quickness. Shout out to my 2 cents with the $10 super chat. Says 1, Jalen Brunson is him. 2, family show them picks. 3, what in the world? We came back from 22 down in a Scott Foster ref game? Anything is possible. Believe, fan, believe. Let's go, Knicks. Shout out to 7 God with the $2 super chat. Shout out to Spoken Sword, 1973 with the $5 super chat. Says 8-0. Let's go. Isn't that a record or a tie to a playoff record? I don't know. Is it a record? Do we know?
Which one? What's that?
Going 8-0 right now in the postseason for the Knicks. Is that a record?
I don't think.
Or is it tied to a playoff record? I guess what's the longest?
I got to double check that. We got to double check that.
I just know someone said that we've never gone 10 in a row, so I don't know where that puts us at.
I think no.
It seems pretty low.
Yeah.
Hey, I got to check. We got to check that.
I think what that caller means, like, even with Tibbs here, like, we've always gotten to, like, 9 wins in a row. We've never done 10. I think that's what he was talking about.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's what he was mentioning. Right. Shout out to... Is that Kadeem? Shout out to Is that Kadeem with the $5 super chat. Says, I always had hope in this game and always had hope in Mikal Bridges. Shout out to AFC with the $10 super chat. Says, 4th quarter, the lights came on, and they found a way to win. Brunson reminded everybody why he's Captain Clutch. Go Knicks. Shout out to Vic from the Sty with the $2 super chat. Said, we almost ended up with Garrison Matthews. #Sham Wow.
True.
Shout out to Fly Ty with the $5 super chat. Says, I must apologize. I turned the TV off in the 4th only to have my brother call me and be like, yo, the Knicks won. Unbelievable win. Again, I apologize. Man, we can't be turning off the TV. What are we doing?
Which one where'd you leave off here?
Eric L. Beats gifted 5
we got that one.
channel members.
Okay. Shout out to Eric. Shout out to
Timothy Dancer with the $10 super chat. Says Jalen Brunson was Elmer Fudd and Harden was Bugs. It was definitely Wabbit season.
Yeah, absolutely, man. For sure.
Shout out to Afro Lax with the they gifted. I don't know if he or she, but they gifted 10 franchise channel memberships. Shout out to you. And they became a franchise channel member. Shout out to Step68 with the $2 super chat. Appreciate it. Shout out to Rodrigo Andrade. Shout out to you. Okay. Is that the CLP? What is that? Is that the... Oh my
I don't
God.
know where you left off. I'm trying to see. Rodrigo, CLP denomination. I'll look it up. CLP. Chilean peso.
That's right, Chilean peso.
Okay, salute, man. So we live in Chile. Okay. Salute. He says, my hype he's hyped for the team. Salute to Knicks fans. Some Iquique. I think I'm pronouncing it right. Iquique, Chile. For this game, makes to make a Knicks fan. Okay, he says his child is happy. Okay, trying to translate in a little bit. Hey, but we live in Chile, man. Everybody, throw your city, throw your country, throw your flag in the chat. Let us know where you're checking in from, man. That's new country for us, man. Killing it in Chile right now, man. Salute to Rodrigo. Shout out Guga to lovely $5 super chat says all the makings of an incredible run. Our time is now. If this year ain't the year, then I don't know when is. Let's go. Shout out to M. Lawrence Hammer, MX $20 super chat. I looked that up. MX. What denomination is that? Says Mikal D was like in Boston, stole the ball from Struce. Absolutely. What's MX? Is that it's not Mexico?
Mexican peso.
Oh, all right. Okay. Shout out to Mexico.
Oh, okay.
Everybody in Mexico, salute, man. If you rep in Chile like my guy Rodrigo, throw it in the chat. Never forget action. There you go. Reno Bletzer repping the Philippines. Absolutely. Shout out to Daquan Tillery repping JA. Let's go. Loud 195, Phoenix, Arizona. Shout out to Sedona. What's the place my wife wants to go to go hike? Is it Sedona? Something like that. Yeah.
Probably. That sounds like a hiking spot.
Yeah. I forgot the place. I think I'm going to go there before Summer League. Summer League, just a quick announcement, man. We're getting it back together, doing a bigger and better Summer League, man. July. The date is the first weekend of Summer League, which is going to be July 10th to the 12th. So shout out to our guys at Left Coast Knicks. Shout out to our guys in Knicks Film School. We're going to do the reunion. We're going to do the meetup, the summer bash that weekend. So if anybody's interested in attending, just to note, we'll have more details later. But the dates are going to be the 10th to the 12th of July. So meet us in Las Vegas. That will be the next KFTV meetup. We'll be in Las Vegas again for Summer League, and we're going to be doing it bigger and better than we did last year and the year before that and the year before that. So meet us in Summer League July 10th to the 12th. Shout out to Duff Sanity, $5 super chat says, honestly, I am worried about the big man situation. Cat and Myth both have issues against this team. Hacker Robinson scared me to death, honestly. Well, you know, fellas, you got to go to Mitch earlier, and Cat just has to play better. Just do that. Just do that.
Scare me.
I'm not scared. The coach has to do a better job of getting Mitch in earlier.
Yeah.
And Cat should be able to produce a little bit better, much better than he did tonight. He was horrible tonight. I thought he was terrible. $5 super chat from Who Shot. Salute. Shout out to Timothy Dancer again. $5 super chat says, love seeing the inside the NBA crew eat crow tonight, especially Chuck. Well, I have no idea what they said because I barely listened to them. I just like the jokes, but I'm sure that it wasn't too insightful about the Knicks because they don't watch. Vic from the Sty, $5 super chat says, I fully crashed out this game. Unbelievable comeback. Sometimes I wonder if Brown is playing mental games. He might be the Forrest Gump of coaches. Salute. MZP Creations, $5 super chat says, I had a nightmare that we were down 20 late in the fourth, and then I woke up, and so did the Knicks. Salute to MZP. Raina Bletz again, $5 super chat says the Cavs was just a statistic tonight. Another record-breaking game. This feels like our year. Let's go, Knicks. Shout out Haiku Homie. Says, I'm going to say it. Alex looks like Klay Thompson mixed with a red stripe. Knicks in 5.
I'm going to say it.
Shout out to Haiku Homie. Shout out to 7RD00. Franchise channel member, welcome to you. Steven Santiago, salute. Shout out to Spemanos, $10 super chat says, first time calling in tonight. Thank you for having me on the show. Next time we will be more concise. All good, man. Welcome, man. You call back anytime. Let's go, Knicks. That's our Greek brother, Malakas. Salute, man. Salute.
Very good. Right. Very good pronunciation, CP. I appreciate it.
Yeah, of course, man. Of course. So listen, man, I spent many days out here in Astoria, so I have to, pick up the lingo, man. Chuck D says, why am I getting an ESPN notification of what SES thinks of tonight's game? Seriously.
Ugh.
Someone trap and cook the mouse, please. The mouse is tripping. Heavy. All right, and I think we got everything else. Hold on, yep, Lofton fan, we got a Tyler. Okay, all right, there it is, man. Hey, man, get your KFTV merch. Shop.KnicksFanTV.com. The Mitch tees are going out this week. Shout out to our guys on the KFTV Mitch crew, working up late night, packing up merch and getting that out to the people. So everybody that ordered the Mitch Revenge tees, those are going out this week. But hey, we got plenty of playoff merch to go at shop.KnicksFanTV.com. So go ahead and get it in, get your orders in, and we'll get it out to you, man. Remember that these shows are available in audio podcast format. No reason to miss it, and we will be back shortly for tomorrow's Game 1 debrief, man. So shout out to everybody who tapped in earlier today, and we getting at it. Oh, watch party, fam. Game 2 watch party. Look out for the announcement. Look out for the emails tomorrow. If you're not part of the mailing list, make sure you go to KnicksFanTV.com, click on newsletter, and just put your email right there so that you can get an email notification right in your email for when we drop the watch party announcement. Because tonight was insane, and Thursday night is going to be even bigger. All right, so make sure you guys put it in. We may have a different location. We may have the same location. We'll see what happens. We'll let you guys know. But put your emails in there so that you are the first to know. Go to KnicksFanTV.com. All right, we out of here, man. Great show, everybody. We out of here. Peace.